Well, hello and welcome, my friends, to the fourth episode of Ladies and Gentledice. I, for one, can say I am so happy to see you here, and so are the rest of my fun and worried adventurers. Say hello, adventurers.
Hello. We're a little worried.
It's fine.
It's gonna be fine.
Everything's gonna be fine. And also, one of my adventurers would like to talk to you about some social media stuff. Rox, what do you got to say about social media stuff?
Righto. Hey, you can keep up with us on social media, particularly Twitter. You'll find us there at Gentledice. We're at Ladies and Gentledice everywhere else on social media. You can catch up on older episodes on our YouTube channel, Ladies and Gentledice. We upload each new episode on the Monday morning after it airs. Our new episodes premiere on Twitch every other Sunday at 4 p.m. Pacific, and we also rerun the last episode on Twitch every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Pacific. If you didn't catch all that, you'll hear it again later.
Yep, we'll drill it into your goddamn brains.
We will. At Ladies and Gentledice.
At Ladies and Gentledice, drill into your brains. Anyway, let's get started, right? Last time we left off, you guys had just exited the Wizard's Tower, which is a clock tower near Castle Gondor, located in the heart of Gondoran City. And while you guys did a lot of shopping, or Fionn did a lot of shopping. You guys went into a lot of stores, met a lot of people.
Some of my shopping was I was pressured to do so by certain owners of certain shops who will not be named.
Yeah, by a lovely owner. She's so lovely.
So lovely. She's so lovely.
So, you met a bunch of colorful NPCs that I made just for the occasion, and also met a gnome named Prixie with an elf that is a representative of House Aveline. They were talking about raising money for something. It was an overheard conversation that you didn't hear very much of. And then also last time, Gnarl had a very interesting dream with where that featured the god Lothi, the deity of masculine and feminine energies, that said, hey, let me tell you the things to care about. I'm not suspicious. And we also found out through oh my gosh, in the tea shop that everybody visited, Fionn also found out that Longing, the tiefling owner of the tea shop, sold several herbs and supplies to someone with combustible, or sold many combustible supplies to someone, and there was an explosion the next day. So, Fionn, as a reminder to you, you do have a pouch of gold.
Yes.
To deliver.
Also,
yeah, that you can deliver if you want, I guess.
I do. I have a pouch of gold. I also just realized she's a tiefling.
Yeah, she's a tiefling. So is Longing.
She's a tea, and she sells tea. She's a tea. It's fine.
She's a tiefling.
Fling. I'll leave. Should I just leave? I'll leave.
Anyway, so that is where we left off. And once again, you guys are in front of the Wizard's Tower. What are you going to do?
Right.
So we're heading out, right?
Yeah. We're just reconvening at the bottom of the tower.
Tam,
went well.
Tam raises his hand. Wait, okay, I know, Gnarl, I know you want to leave, but, remember, you guys promised that we could eat at Anise Harbour before we left. Please? Can we eat there real fast?
How expensive? Did we promise you, though? Or...
You said we could! I mean, it's fine if we don't, but also, it's the best food in the entire world, you guys.
It better be. Okay.
I promise. promise. I promise it will.
I like food too, I guess.
Yeah, food's delicious, especially in Anise Harbour. And this might be our only time to try it.
Right?
I'll look at
I'm fine with that.
I'm looking at our money. Like, I'm like feeling around
Our
in my
money?
pockets.
Oh, our money. I'm like, our
My
money?
money.
Okay.
My money. I'm like feeling around my pockets. I'm like, what time? When was the last time we ate? It was this morning, and it was really crappy food, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was pretty shitty.
Yeah, you guys spent several hours shopping, so you guys probably woke up at around like 8 or 9, and it is now like 1 or 2.
I'm not shopping. I'm following people around. I guess. I mean, we're gonna have to. We have to get our horses and stuff, anyways. And isn't our horse stuff in? Do we have our horses?
No,
they're at the stable.
Yeah, they're at the stable
They're
next
back.
to your. Yeah. Next to the Ironclad Adventurer.
Yeah, we still have to go get them.
Okay, we'll have food really quick, and it'll be the best food you've ever had, besides maybe Gondor and Cleric food.
That was really good pie.
Yeah, because that's so good. It makes my bruises hurt less.
Yeah.
Right? We could go back and ask Ben. Was it Michael? It was
Ben.
one of those.
Ben Michael.
Ben Michael.
Do you think he'd be willing to make us more pies? I mean, that's kind of like a restaurant, right?
I think
Why
he
not?
would, but I think it would be rude to ask.
Why?
Oh, it all depends on how you ask.
Well, I mean, because
It depends on how you ask.
he did it as a favor to us for getting him into the city, and then he made us 2.
He's also still in
just
the
saying.
city.
I'm just saying, my mom would.
It's all in how you ask.
My mom would get mad at me for asking him again. My dead mom.
Jeez.
He's not here, so is there really someone to get mad at?
I think it would be nice to come in and say hello to him anyway on our way out. So
No, let's totally say hello to him.
It's okay. Calm down, Tam. It's all in how you ask. We're not doing it yet. We're just
Okay.
talking about it.
I just really want to
Okay.
eat at one of the
So-
restaurants.
I think we should do that. We're in one of the greatest culinary cities there is, so I don't see why not. Listen, I they were having some conversations in there, but I didn't catch any of it. Did we get anything useful? All I ended up doing was setting right a bunch of scrolls that someone had knocked off a shelf. I say, not looking at anybody.
There,
sounds like they might be having some money issues.
yeah, there's House Aveline wants, or at least the lady from House Aveline says that she needs the Wizards College people to make money, but they don't have enough time.
Yeah, I got
House
3
Aveline.
months. I didn't hear much else though.
For them to make money. Wasn't there a thing about one of the guilds, another guild trying to get hold in the city? Maybe it's related to that.
Oh yeah, the Writers Guild.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, just a thought.
I don't know, maybe.
We don't have any way of knowing whether Mr. B had been in, have we?
I didn't hear anything.
I think, well, the gnome lady said something about a weird guy, but we don't know if that's him or not.
What kind of weird guy? Did you overhear?
Well,
They
good work, by the
mentioned
way,
a
Tam.
tall, dark figure, but
Right?
That could be literally anyone.
yeah.
they were coming to use a transport, and of course, it being broken. It just seemed a little suspicious.
Tall, dark figure.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know much about him.
Hooded, yeah.
He's lanky, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think,
Certainly could. Did they say when it had happened?
a couple
A few
days
days
ago.
ago.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So
the
it would
timeline
kind of
then,
fit our
because
timeline.
It would, because Longin was saying that those 2 men she sold components to were talking to Mr. B a couple days ago as well. Well,
So he was definitely here.
We know that, at least. We know he didn't teleport out, at least not by this method.
So either still in the city or left it.
Or we passed
Right.
him.
Mm-hmm.
We might have. We might have.
We're just chasing a ghost, essentially, at this point. I don't know anything about this person.
Well, maybe.
Harbors here?
Hmm?
Aren't there harbors here?
I-
Like, is there
Yeah.
a possibility of boat transportation?
He could also left by boat. It is true. There's
Right.
Anise is a harbor.
Right. I also, we've got these stalls, market stalls here I wanted to ask around a little bit.
We could check
before
the
we-
box, too. When you're
Yeah.
done
Right.
with the marketplace and taking
Do you want
cabs,
to-
get some food.
Do you
Yay!
want to split up? I can meet you down at the harbor if you want to go ahead. I don't mind. One of us can do this, one of us can do that.
Well, but wait, we should all eat together.
Well, I'll come and eat with you after. I'm just saying if we want to ask around a bit, you don't have to sit and wait for me like you did at, Haberdash's and all that. I'm really sorry about that, by the way.
Yeah, she was a bit much.
She kind of cornered me. I kind of got cornered.
She flipped you off after you left.
Yeah, she did. It was really mean, but also I've never seen anyone do that in public. I was
Did
like,
she?
Yeah, I didn't tell you earlier because, yeah, it was just a little funny and also rude.
I was nothing but good mannered to her.
Oh, we all were. But I think
But,
she just really
yeah.
wanted us to buy stuff.
to buy her 1,000,000 gold clothes.
70
Million.
GP
She
worth
did-
of pants.
And she didn't even kill the animal herself to get the leathers. Like, she just had someone else
It's
do it.
crazy. She didn't
Right?
even murder animals.
Right? She doesn't even control the whole sources of her. Right?
Exactly.
What
You
said,
get it from
Keegan.
start to end, all in the same house. Just easy. It's a better processing.
Everybody in this town's having so many issues right now.
Yeah.
I think the
Maybe.
city's taking all of their money. They're
That
charging
maybe.
people to get into the city. So no wonder people are having issues in the city.
Yeah.
Right. I was thinking also, well, we can maybe talk about this later, but I'd like on the way out to stop by the Dry Jester again. I got a delivery from Longing from the tea shop. She wants me to drop something off to the gnome with the adorable name, Evelyn Tittlefink.
Yep.
She
Evelyn
wants me to
Tiddlefink.
drop something off with Evelyn Tittlefink before we go.
Tam's like, I don't get it. Why do you keep giggling whenever you say that name?
It's just such a good name, Tam, you have to admit.
Okay.
Tittlefink?
Sure.
Right?
It's like Tiddlywink.
Right?
I read that in a
Good name.
book.
I have nothing but admiration for the name.
I don't see why we would split up. We can always just take you and wait outside or...
I think we should...
Okay. It was just a suggestion.
I think we should go get food first. And that way we get all filled up for a big old day of shopping.
No, well, we're not shopping for much. We don't have a lot of money to spend, and we're right here. So I'm going to go talk to these folks right now. And if you'd like me to meet you somewhere, I can. Or if you'd like to wait for me, I can.
Tam, like, just like... Okay, I'm just saying, you
Those
know...
are your choices.
Just
Are you
don't...
starving right now?
I mean, I just don't want us to run out of money before we get there.
Tam, get a grip.
Okay.
I'm not buying anything. I just want to talk to people.
Okay, it's fine.
Shh.
It's fine.
I leave. I walk off.
Wait, no, Tam's gonna run after you. Wait, don't leave without me.
Tam!
It's fine, I'm going with you. I'm so hungry.
Oh, well, here.
You're such a strange kid.
You have some bread or something. I'll pull out. I
He's
think
getting
I have
hangry.
bread, so I hand him the bread from my...
Thank you. I was like, do I have
He
anything?
takes the bread
Thank
and
you.
has like a little pound on his face. Thank you. I am hungry, but it's not gonna be as good as. Not gonna be
They'll
as-
call you over until we eat, so.
Here's some
Okay.
cheese.
And
I also
you'll
like
get
cheese,
used to
thank
these
you.
things if
He,
you're
like-
going to adventure on your own, Tam, eventually.
Okay. Well, if I were adventuring on my own, I'd be able to eat whenever I want.
Sometimes,
That's not actually the
always.
case. Yeah, you'll be able to if you have food, but that's not always the case.
You gotta keep a stocky supply.
Fine.
You got to be smart about it.
He has like a hunk of cheese in one hand and a hunk of bread in the other, and he's just like. All right, so you guys make your way to the market stalls, and you see several. You see like 8 of them. There's a whole bunch. You got. Let me list them off for you because I got them all.
Right.
We've got a stall with general items. We've got a stall with packs and kits. We've got a stall with wondrous items. We've got a stall with rods and wands and staves. We've got a stall with armor. We've got a stall with weapons. We've got a stall with rings and wands, and then a stall with scrolls. Lots of stalls. There's a lot for you to pick from.
Teebs just made the tiniest noise, and it was enough to make us all laugh
I can't wait.
after Rod's.
I don't even really know what rods are.
They're
Well,
different
they're-
size wands.
Oh, are they like
Yeah.
are they the middleman between between wands and staves?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, if that's the
Average size.
definition, average size.
Oh God.
Sorry.
So, which stalls would you like to go to?
Oh my goodness. Let's see here.
Start with average and work your way up.
I guess.
Y'all?
Wondrous
We're in the middle of
items.
the pandemic, okay?
Wondrous items. Let's go to wondrous items.
Wondrous items. Okay.
What's behind door number 1?
Okay. So at the wondrous item stalls, you see a human man, and next to him, peering above like the desk of the shawl, is a little girl. And he waves. Hello there. How can I help you today?
Oh, hello. Good afternoon.
Good
Hello,
afternoon.
I say to the pair of eyes. Hello.
Hi.
Just doing a bit of shopping and wanted to see what you had.
Oh, no problem. Yeah, I'm more than happy to show you our wares. Is there anything specific that you're looking for today?
Anything that might lend some protection, perhaps, or in general,
Mhm.
a boost to magic uses.
Yeah, no problem. He takes out a ledger and opens it up. There's several things on his stall, but he still opens up a ledger, and it seems like he's having a hard time doing it. AKA, Google Drive is taking a long time to load.
Can't find the right page.
Yeah, he's like, fuck, this is all. And like
Lost his bookmark.
as he's doing that, the little girl is like, we have a robe of useful items.
That sounds useful.
Yeah, there's a bunch of useful items on it.
Right. That makes sense.
So he finally found his page, and he's his fingers like wandering down his little thing. He says, it doesn't quite look like we have anything that bolsters magical power at the moment. But you know, if you want to, we've got some dust of sneezing over here. So if you want to make a quick getaway from someone mad at you, you just, and then they're just in sneezing fits.
Uh-huh.
And
I've heard that before.
we've also got a cap of water breathing. So if you're we're near a dock, and if you want to go treasure hunting, you can just go in the water, wear the cap, and you'll be able to breathe. And the girl's like, we also got eyes of charming.
What's that?
I don't know.
What does that mean? You don't know? I don't know either.
The guy kind of laughs, and he's like, the eyes of charming, he explains what eyes of charming are. And, he says a lot of ums and ahs, as he's trying to explain to you what eyes of charming are, because they're very complicated. I thought I was prepared for today, but apparently fucking not.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
Y'all.
I'll just play peekaboo with the girl.
Yeah, she's into it. She's like, oh man, he disappeared and then he came back. Okay. Yes. There it is. The human man says, they have 3 charges, and you fit them over your eyes, and 3 times a day you can cast Charm Person.
I see. That could come in handy. Right. Thank you. That's great to know. Let's see. How much is the cap of water breathing?
The cap of water breathing, it is 500 gold.
All right. Good to know. The other thing I'm wondering about is I'm trying to find some gifts for my mum. She's quite into religious sort of iconography and the like. Is there any place around here that sells those sorts of things? Do you have anything with a religious bent to it, or do you know where I could get something that does?
Oh god, like religious stuff? I don't know. You could probably try the Church of Gondor, if she's a follower. But otherwise, I can tell you maybe the Wizard's Tower. They might have stuff like, because they always got weird stuff. But otherwise, not that I can think of. But as far as magical stuff goes, or stuff to augment magical power, you can probably head over to, 1 second. Why does everything take so long to load? Okay, you can probably talk to Amariel over there. She does rings and wands. Or you can also talk to Ossiet, who does scrolls. Or Bodrin, that gnome over there, that sells staves and wands. Careful though, Bodrin over there, he'll also try to sell you his son's rugs. They're not great. Right. But like,
not quite as useful, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know why they keep trying to sell rugs to adventurers. Like, who needs that? But I think he's just trying to be nice.
Keep up the family hobbies and all that.
Yeah.
Well, I heard tell of a fella who was selling religious icons and the like. Somebody goes by the name of Mr. B, I think it was. Sort of a tall, lanky fella. Has he been in town? Do you know about him?
Mr. B, huh? I think,
might have been a few days back. Someone was just telling me.
Yeah, we all see a lot of people here, but I think,
I'm sure.
I think I remember Amariel, talking to some lanky man that had a bunch of weird stuff. It was weird because normally people don't try to sell stuff here, you know? We usually...
It's to the sellers.
Yeah. It was kind of weird, so maybe you can try talking to her?
I will, thank you. I just heard tell that he might have some of the type of things that I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for your help. What was your name?
Oh, my name is Berhue. And this is Lily.
Berhue? Mm-hmm. Well, hello, Lily.
Hi.
And how old are you, Lily?
She said.
Oh, that's so many.
Yeah.
Good job. Keep at it. Right?
Have a nice day.
And you as well. Thank you very much. I'll see you later.
Bye.
Thank you, Berthew.
Yeah, no problem. You guys have a great day.
Cheers.
As
Off I go.
as you notice, like, as soon as Berthew mentioned Amariel, Tam is just like immediately, like, his eyes widen, and he's like, "You guys, is that?" And he points over at the Rings and Wands stall, and he's like, "You guys, I think that's Amariel the Wise. Do you guys know who she is? No?
No, but you should.
Oh, is Tam with me?
Yeah, Tam's with you.
Yeah,
Tam.
Tam followed after you.
Yeah, Tam followed after you.
Okay.
Oh, and you
I thought we were
guys...
all together.
Well, I figured we just followed like after them, but like Tam was like right behind
Okay,
Fionn is like,
okay.
and we were just like, all right, like we're keeping like a 5-6 foot, and we're just like following up.
Okay.
Tam is like, she's one of the greatest graduates of the Wizards College. She has done so much stuff. She just found so much stuff.
Well, do you want to go
She's
talk
so
to her?
cool.
I'm going there next.
I don't know if I can.
Come on then.
Oh
Let's
boy.
go. You don't have to
okay.
say much. Come on.
Okay. And
Right.
you guys, as you guys approach, you see an older woman. Her hair has gone gray, and she has her hair up in a very nice and prim bun. She's wearing some wizard's robes, and she smiles kindly. Hello, very nice to see you guys. How can I help you today?
Hello, good afternoon. Thank you very much. I'm just doing a bit of shopping this afternoon and wanted to see what you had.
Oh, no problem. Let me see. She flips around in her ledger for a minute. Oh my god. We have rings and wands, she says. I'm sorry, Google is not being
No,
a
it's totally
friend
fine.
to me right now.
I'm writing notes as well, so.
As she's looking through her ledger, Tam is just like, "Are you Amariel the Wise?" And she like pauses for a minute and smiles at him. She's like, "Sure am. Is there something I can help you with?" And he's like, "Did you really take out a whole coven of vampires by yourself?" And she was like, "Well, not by myself. I had a cleric with me to make sure that, nobody, to, take care of any bites anybody might have gotten, And he's like, "Uh-huh. You're so cool." And she's like, "Oh, I'm really not all that. It's she looks kind of embarrassed as she, like, looks back into her ledger. She's like, "Well, is there something particular that you're looking for? We've got a wand of magic detection. We've got a wand of web. We've got a ring of jumping. If you want to jump really high."
Oh, I can do that on my own.
Oh,
Let's see.
it's useful to have if you don't know magic.
Right. Oh, absolutely. Jumping. Right. Good, that's great. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have anything? I've been looking for something with sort of more religious iconography on it. Do you have anything like that?
Honestly, no. I'm not very religious myself, personally.
Right.
But actually, I'm not sure if he's still in town, but there was a man that came by a couple of days ago.
Right. I might have heard of him.
Did he have strange eyes? Do you recall?
Actually, yes, he did. His eyes were just, I figured maybe he was Fey touched, It's kind of rude to talk about that, but his eyes were just black, It was kind of unnerving, but, it's...
I mean, Sort of like mine, but the other way.
Yes, exactly.
I know it's a bit unnerving.
I'm sorry, excuse, everybody looks different, but sometimes people look...
No,
It's little things,
I understand. I get it all the time. No harm done. No offense taken. Oh, interesting. Okay. Mr. B, I think he went by. Is that right?
Yes, exactly.
Oh.
Yes, he was selling a dragon scale. Like, it was very large, and it had the symbol of Gondor on it. So I directed him to the church. I thought he might have some better luck there. If it was a genuine artifact of Gondor or something like that, they might be interested in it. But I don't know. Shields aren't really my thing.
Right. Did he have anything else, or he was just
he just offered
dragon scale?
He had a bag on him, but that was the only thing he offered me.
Oh. Well, maybe he's the kind of person I'd want to talk to then. I don't know. Did he seem on the up and up? Did he seem a little shady?
He was nice enough.
Oh.
He was. I could tell he was kind of a smooth talker, but besides his eyes, he seemed fine. He was very kind.
Right. Oh, that's great. Well, we're ever so glad to meet you.
Very nice to meet you.
Particularly this young one.
Tam's face is just bright red, and she's like, "Well, it's very nice to meet you, Tam. Are you looking to become a wizard?" And he's like, and she's like, "Well, study hard, and a piece of advice from me: everything is a tool. Just whenever you're in a bind, look at the things around you and think about how to use them." And he's like, "Okay."
Solid advice.
That's great advice.
Well,
that's good for any person.
If I hadn't followed that advice, I probably wouldn't be alive today,
There you go, Tam. Doesn't get better than that.
Tam was writing it down real quick. Everything is a tool.
We'll get it tattooed on your arm.
Can I?
Nice to meet you, Amariel.
You're your own man.
My name is
Sam. You can do what you want.
Nice to meet you as well.
Nice to meet you, Amariel. My name is Fionn, and thank you so much for talking to us today. I might be back.
Of course. Well, I'm here every day between 9 and 5.
All right. Well, cheers. Thank you.
You guys have a wonderful day. Tam was just like, bye. You okay?
Well, that went well. I think that went very well.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
At least solid direction.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you think
and
he
a little
really...
more information about this fellow.
Do you think he really went to the church? Because nobody... when we went to the... Well, I guess when we went to the university, which is also the church, or the culinary academy, which is also the church, they didn't say anything.
But we only spoke to 2 individuals, one that just arrived and just the teacher. I don't know.
Yeah.
And the...
we didn't inquire
right, and
about...
she might not have known... what was her name? Yes.
The Red Dragon born, I believe.
Yes.
Grenda Sarfok?
Yep.
Grenda Sarfok. Right, the matron. Well, so I suppose... I guess it depends on how much she knows about what goes on every day there, as opposed to sort of the higher workings of things.
Yeah.
But he might have stopped by. I mean, might as well go back and check.
Yeah, great! It's where the restaurants are!
No bigger scam to pull than to scam someone actually of the church. If you're on that level.
That seems wrong.
A lot of things have seemed wrong in the last couple weeks, Tam.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Or the last week. Last week.
Yeah.
All right. Good. That was useful. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, now we're gonna go eat the stuff.
That's the only stall you're checking?
I think so. She had a good long talk with him, so she told him to head off elsewhere. I mean, I can certainly talk to the rest of them if you'd like to stand around, but I don't know how much use it'll be.
I think it's going to be useless and we should go eat.
No one
I'm
ever
always
said
up for
about you that
food,
you don't have opinions.
but-
The problem with you, Tam, is that you don't have opinions about anything.
No opinions. Just food.
That's your problem. All right. Let's go then.
Yes!
Secretly, Tara wants to check out the rugs.
Oh, dude, check out the rugs! Does Z
Tara
have any?
Tara just wants to
No,
check
Z
out the
doesn't want
rugs.
to.
Z thinks rugs, what's the frickin' point? We're just walking around. We can't get
How
a
about-
frickin' rug.
Which
How about
one?
this? As you
We
guys...
can roll Tam up in it.
No,
Oh, was
don't
that-
roll
was
me
it
up
that
in the rugs!
Was it the rods and staves guy?
Bodrin, Bodrin, a gnome. I'll...
All right.
Secretly, Tara just wants to look at the rugs. She's hoping that there's a magic rug somewhere, but, you know.
Oh, you want a magic flying rug? Okay.
Just want a magic flying rug.
I was
But
thinking like the
Z
practicality,
finds-
like you just put it down on the floor to give yourself a little extra padding if you're on tougher soil. Like,
As you guys walk through, you see as you guys are like walking through the market stalls, you hear regular rugs for sale, non-magical rugs made by my nephew.
Are you sure they're regular?
Every single one. He doesn't have a lick of magic in him. Believe me, I checked.
What do they look like? Are they any good? Or are they like real raggedy?
Yeah, they don't look great.
Like I said, secretly Tara just wanted to look at the rugs to find out if any of them were magical. Not that I have money, but if they were magical, and then we could just pretend it was a cheap ass rug, then hell yeah. But
Yeah,
instead,
regular ass rugs. No magic.
B is just like rugs. Wants a freaking rug.
I mean, Z could try to steal a rug. I don't know how
Regular
that would work,
decorative
but-
items for your homes.
Steal almost anything out of here, I think.
Man. Rugs.
You
Do
could.
No. I'm sure I make
I
better
won't.
rugs myself. My family does. Yeah, I don't need to stop for the rugs. Sorry, Tara.
It's okay.
Also, we have staffs, rods, and wands. You take a staff or a rod or a wand, and we'll give you and he's like red in the face, and he's like, we'll just fucking give you a rug.
Oh,
Free rug
I
with
want-
purchase.
buy one.
Gnarl
with
might-
rug.
Gnarl might take a rod.
God damn it! Sorry, we suddenly ran out of rods. It's weird. We don't have any more. I don't know. It's like someone made a joke, and now I don't want to sell them.
We should go get some food.
Let's go get some food.
Let's go get some food.
Oh boy. We're such disasters.
So you guys head off toward ugh, these headphones are hurting my earballs. Anyway, you guys go off to Anise Harbour, and as you walk in, you recognize you've been here before. But this time you're taking time to look at all the restaurants that are there. So, the status of L'Enigme has not changed. That store or that restaurant still literally has a line going out the door. There is a restaurant called the Sacred Chow, and there's like a spit roast out there with a hunk of steak just rotating and being covered in like this barbecue glaze, and it smells delicious. There's another place called the Wishing Peach. It looks more like a little cafe, and you can see, and when you look into the window from there, you can see people like eating pies off of these steaming rocks. And to the next one, you see Pita Pan, Pita Pan. And on the menu, near the door, there's like a story with every meal. And the next one you see, the aroma of this next restaurant is like overpowering. It smells absolutely delicious, but like you could smell this restaurant as soon as you entered Anise Harbour. It just smells so powerfully of just these delicious herbs and spices. And that place is called Masala. And then lastly, next to Masala is a restaurant called Bounty. And there's like a little plaque on their window that says biggest portions in all of Gondoran City.
Are there like little menus with prices on the stalls?
Yes, all of them next to their little plaques they all have menus like posted on their doors and windows. Are you looking for the cheapest one?
I'm very curious about Bounty.
Bounty? Okay.
Ditto.
So what I will tell you is Bounty is, their meals look to be like 3 gold a meal, which is a lot, but at the same time, like these meals are like 3-course meals, so it's more like 1 gold per meal. The cheapest place, that doesn't seem too bad either, is the Sacred Chow. It looks to be that it is run by, you're not sure if he's a cleric of Gondor, but, basically it advertises that the owner is a devout follower of Gondor and prays over every meal, and takes the act of cooking very seriously.
And we know Gondoran
clerics, but you're not sure if he's a cleric or not. He just prays over it.
Hey, maybe it'll give us that benefit.
Are there at least people like around eating this person's food?
Yeah, there's a couple of people. Yeah, it seems to you actually see a lot of people there are wearing navy aprons, which is something you recognize from. It seems to be the uniform of students of the Culinary Academy. Those were, it's the same kind of like the robe/apron, the navy blue robe/aprons that they're wearing are the same kind that they were wearing during the culinary final that you guys saw yesterday.
Keithan wants to check out the Masala restaurant, like, and just look inside. Like, does it look like the plates are pretty average size? Like, curious because of all the the aroma sensation of it. Like,
yeah. So inside of Masala, there's nothing like special about their proportions or anything like that. They serve regular meals. But behind like there is just a wall filled with little pots of spices, and it looks like they also sell these spices there as well. And just like curry powder, they have star anise, they have cinnamon, they have literally every spice that you can think of. Like, it seems like this is where you would go to get like the rare shit.
Oh, that sounds great.
Fionn, it looks like they have a bunch of spices in here if you're looking for something different. I know you checked out the tea shop.
Right, it smells great.
It does smell divine. I think that's what I'm most drawn to. It just smells really good.
Well, I'm fine with that. Tam, what do you want? I'll buy you a meal. What do you fancy?
Oh boy, he's like, I literally anywhere. I'm just happy to be here, you guys. Thank you.
Did we all want to eat at the same place, or do we want to eat at different places?
We could try different places, I guess. I'm looking at the Sacred Chow place.
We could try different places and bring it all together and mix and match. And that way we
good old buffet.
Oh yeah, there's at the Wishing
like
Peach, they have outdoor little cafe seats. I bet we could sit at the Wishing Peach.
Alright.
Perfect.
Yes!
Well, Right. Although in
I'm
that
going
case,
to
I
the
suppose I
sacred
might as
chow.
well. Okay.
I'll check out
I'll
Marcella.
I'll go to Bounty.
I'll go. I'll actually
Money
get
for
something.
Bounty?
3 gold pieces. Do you think I can spare that?
You
What-
think? Do you need help?
Where are you going, Fionn?
I'll go ahead and buy a meal at the Wishing Peach,
Ooh, yay!
So-
Okay.
so that we have a place to sit. I'll take one for the
Oh yeah,
team.
that makes
And
sense.
I'll give Tam 3 gold and tell him to get whatever he wants wherever he wants.
Oh man, thanks. He. Okay, can't go to Lenigma.
It's a long line, I think. To take
Yeah.
too long anyway.
Tam
There's
will.
that Peter Pan if you want to check out a story.
story with
Might
your
be a
meal.
whole adventure.
Yeah, but
It
I think.
sounds actually great.
Yeah, I think. Well, okay, so that was my first. That was my first choice, but at the same time, I think they tell you the story while you're eating. So I don't think that'll work
So-
out.
If they read to you while you eat, it's a little weird.
Well, it's like entertainment. It's like, they're reading you a story instead of you listening to music like in a tavern.
Yeah, I guess. Well, yeah, all right.
He eventually he
Where
actually
are you going?
The masala, the place that smells really good.
Tam will catch up actually with Zeneril. He would like to go to the Sacred Chow with Zeneril.
I'm gonna give Gnarl another gold. Like just one. I could give you 1.5, I would, but I don't want to have to break shit up, so I'll just give you 2 gold.
Do you have change for a gold?
I have silver.
I got it. You don't need to give me any
You
gold.
sure?
Yeah, I have plenty.
Okay, let's why don't we'll do Fionn last since they're at the place everybody's supposed to end up, if that's all right. So, first let's go to Bounty. So, Gnarl, you go up
I'm at Bounty.
Oh, you're at Bounty's.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you're going to the Sacred Chow.
I was like, wait a minute. No, I'm all mixed up.
Okay, so you go to Bounty. The and the like iconography in the story is like this huge horn of plenty. That's just got shit spilling out of it. It looks really cool. And as you enter, you see people with these plates that are just piled high with delicious looking food. And as you enter, you see a dwarf there wearing like a kind of dirty looking apron. And he's like, "Hey, sit wherever you want. Just go up to the bar and put in your order, and they'll give you what you want, okay?"
Well, I'm sorry, I choked earlier. Will they bring it over to? Oh gosh, what is the cafe?
The Wishing Peach.
Outdoor
The
city?
Wishing Peach.
Yeah. Will they bring it over there?
If you tip them nice, maybe.
All right, I got it. Thank you.
He says.
Over there.
And then once you're over there, you were met with another dwarf. He's like, "Hey there, how can I help you? Do you need a menu?"
Yes, please.
He hands you like a clipboard over there that looks kind of dirty. Like this place, like it seems almost like a more slightly more what's the word I'm thinking of? A slightly more authentic adventure or ironclad adventurer. But it seems like they close at like 4. So, while they do sell the good money, or they sell the good shitty food, they close really early. So the late crowd tends to go to the ironclad adventurer. So there on the menu there you see like so there are these hearty salads or soups that will go into really big meat-based foods, with the third course being a dessert, which are mostly bread and carb-based. So, it's actually kind of like a mix and match menu. Like, you pick your first course, you pick your second course, and there are recommendations in the menu, like what typically, they're color-coded, actually. Like, you match up the colors, and those are the ones we recommend go together. So, I did not come up with a comprehensive menu for each of these places. So, you can just order... You can just order hearty-sounding fucking food. I don't know.
Alright, I would like some minestrone soup. And I will have... What was the second one? Like a main course?
Yeah, a meat-based main course. You could probably get a steak.
Yeah, steak and potatoes. Let's throw in some broccoli, because you need that extra bit of protein.
Yeah, we can throw in broccoli.
And then, what kind of desserts do you have? Let's see. Tiramisu. Let's go with that.
Yeah, tiramisu. We got tiramisu here. That'll be 3 gold.
Alright. And I'm actually sitting over there by the cafe. Would you have something to bring over there? I'll give you guys, like, another gold, if that will help.
Oh, yeah, sure. No problem.
All
Yeah,
right.
that'll be, we'll probably be able to get that to you in about half an hour.
Alright, sounds good. And I'll hand them the 4 gold.
Okay, they will take your 4 gold and get to working on that food for you. Next up, let's do Keithan at Masala. You walk in, yeah. You walk in, this place is very fancy looking. All the tablecloths are white and very clean looking, and the walls, the lighting is sort of dim here, but it glints off, like, all the little jars of spices beautifully. And in front of the wall of spices is, like, a bar. That seems like that's where you're able to order. And behind the bar there is a dark-skinned elf.
Keithan will go ahead and approach the bar and take a seat. And
Hi there, welcome!
Hi, you can smell this place from the gate.
Yeah, that's kind of our thing. We like to use a lot of spices in our food. We like to make sure everything smells as good as it tastes,
I hope so.
Gosh, I hope so too. I'd like to think so.
What are your more popular dishes?
So our most popular dish is our chicken curry that we do. Well, most of our food here is curry based, but our most popular is our coconut chicken curry with rice.
Okay, I'll go and get one of those.
Okay, yeah, no problem. We got that. Is there anything else? We've also got...
do you have like a chili pepper cauliflower thing? I don't know, some sort of veggie dish other than the curry?
Oh, yeah, sure. We have a veggie dish. Once again, did not come up with comprehensive things, and also, this place is basically an Indian restaurant.
Perfect.
So if you can think
That's
of...
what I was imagining.
Yeah.
Was a place, and I was like, oh, there's this really good cauliflower I had, and I can't remember what it was called, but it was like a red orange cauliflower, like because of all the spices and everything.
They have that.
Perfect. I'll get one of those.
Okay.
And
of
for the
course.
curry, can I actually get an extra chicken in that? Can I just get like a hearty, like a 2-serving curry?
Yeah, of course, no problem. We're more than happy to do that for you. Is that for here or to go?
Could I actually get it to go? That would be perfect.
No problem. That will be that'll be a gold and 5 silver.
Alrighty. I lost where my coins were. I'm like, it's in here somewhere. I know I have the money. Gold and 5 silver.
Okay. Thank you. We should have that
food.
food.
Give 7 silver just for like a tip.
Cool.
Packaging.
Thank you very much. We should have that food to you pretty soon, like 20 minutes.
Okay. Keithan will just take a seat and drink some water.
Okay. So next up we will go to the Sacred Chow with Tam and with Tam and Zenral. So of course in the front of the Sacred Chow is this big hunk of just cow meat that's just like it's over a fire and slowly being rotated like in front of this place, and just you can see this human just gently like basically painting this this meat with a one of those like braising brushes just covered in barbecue sauce. And as you guys walk in, this place is pretty minimalist. Like, it has wooden walls and minimal lighting. It looks like this place is, and like most of the places to sit are like benches. Just long tables. Yes. And on the menu, like, it's mostly like barbecue sandwiches, and several, and like steak, a lot of pork options, things like that. And you are met with this plump dwarf with like with a huge red mustache. He looks kind of like Yosemite Sam, except without the hat. Hey there! How can I help you today?
Looking to carry out.
Oh yeah, no problem. We got a special on sandwiches today. You want like a steak sandwich or anything like that?
Yeah, sounds brilliant. We're just trying out some of the little restaurants here, and I picked this one.
Oh, awesome! We're happy to see you. Okay, so is there a specific kind of meat? We've got chicken, we've got pork, we've got beef, we even got lizard.
Oh, let's not go with that last one.
Okay, yeah, it's a lot of people are weirded out. We're just trying something new.
I mean, I'm down to try just about anything once.
We could give you a sample.
Party member is.
I get it. Yeah, we've had one or two dragonkin come in. They were not happy to hear about the lizard.
Yeah, like I said, I'm down to try just about anything once, but I've got a party member. I don't know how they'd like that.
Well, so. if you want to keep it quiet, we could give you a sample. We got like a little fork.
Sure. I'll try a sample.
Okay.
I don't want a whole side. I'll try a sample.
Okay. It's no problem. And he gets this like little disposable wooden fork, and he like just like this place. It seems like it is just there's a counter that is just lined with slowly roasting meats, and he'll like cut off a hunk. It's like at those like shawarma places where everything is slowly rotating and they just shear off meat. So he just shears off this hunk of what looks oddly like a tail.
Just a little bit. Not a whole lot.
Yep, just a forkful. Hands it over to you. It is fucking delicious.
I bet it's probably a little chewy, a little bit.
Yeah, a little chewy, but no, it's good.
Not bad. We'll not be getting a whole order of this, though.
No, that's fine.
Can I get an order of... We get chicken a lot. Can I just get an order of, like, some of your pork and some of your steak?
Yeah, no problem. How spicy do you want? Do you want the sauce on that? Or do you want any sauce?
Is it possible to get the sauce on the side?
Yes, no problem. We can put in a little cup for you.
Spicy on the side.
Alright, you got it. Spicy on the side. And what about you, little man? Tam's like, I just want, well, since the chicken, or the sandwiches are on special, can I just do, like, a chicken sandwich with some, like, coleslaw or something? And he's like, yeah, sure, we got chicken and coleslaw, you got it. So that'll just be a gold each.
I'll give him 2.
Oh, man.
Gold. Like, for being extra nice, and especially for giving me a little bit of a taste of the lizard.
Tam will also hand over a gold on his end. He's like, thank you, your food will be done pretty soon, just probably like 20 or 30 minutes.
Okay. I'll wait outside.
Yep. Okay.
I'll just wait outside the door. How many orange orcs are walking around?
How many orange orcs are walking around? None.
I'm just saying. Exactly. So that's why I'm gonna go wait outside.
Yeah. Okay. And then, it doesn't take long for you guys to get your food. You are actually, let's go to the Wishing Peach. So you, Fionn, at the front, you see, what's kind of odd. Normally, elves are pretty slim beings, but this one, you see a taller elf, and she does seem to have some meat on her bones. Which,
already.
Yeah, it's kind of striking, but she has like a very pleasant smile. She's wearing like this bright red lipstick, and she's wearing a very pretty apron, and her hair is up. Hi there! Welcome to the Wishing Peach. How can I help you today?
Oh, afternoon. Just looking for a good meal.
Oh, awesome. So, well, are you looking for? I know it's around 1 or 2. So, are you looking for like a lunch, or we also, of course, we mostly do pies here. Our specialty is our peach pie, of course. That's what people tend to come here because of our pies. We serve them on heated rocks so they can, stay warm while you're eating it. So, but we also have cold sandwiches. Or,
I was going to say, do you have any like meat pies, anything that would make a first course
do.
And then
we certainly do.
Let's do that.
Yeah, we've got some lamb pies, we've got some shepherd's pies. What do you think will tickle your fancy today?
Shepherd's pie would be perfect. You don't even know.
Oh, awesome. No problem. We will serve. And do you want it over the hot rock? Some people like to take them home.
I didn't hear a couple words you said cut out. Yeah,
oh, sorry. No, would you like your shepherd's pie over the hot rock? So it stays warm while you're eating? Okay, no problem.
Yeah, let's do it. And some peach pie to end with. And I was wondering if I could sit outside.
Oh, no problem. Feel free, our outside seating's for everybody,
Oh, great.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, so that will be a gold and 2 silver for both things.
Okay. Silver. I'll do a gold and 5 silver for a tip.
Oh, thank you. Wow. Thank you a lot.
Tip.
I really appreciate it. We should, we'll actually get that out to you in like 10-15 minutes. We have some ready-made pies, and all we got to do is, heat them up and then pop them over those rocks, and we'll have them over to you.
Ah, lovely. Thank you. I'll sit down and wait. My friends are going to join me as well.
No problem.
Thanks so much for your help.
No problem. You have a wonderful rest of your day.
Right.
And so
I'll get a table set up with a bunch of chairs and
yeah. You guys all get your food, and it's probably takes a half an hour, and then everybody's sitting there with their food. Gnarl, Gnarl's meal takes up most of the table. These are cafe seats, so you guys probably occupy 2 tables. Because cafe tables tend to be a little bit smaller, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's just this steak the size of Tam's head there, with this huge bowl of soup, and then an entire tiramisu, just in a case. And yeah, you guys have a veritable feast in front of you.
Keithan opens the green curry or not green curry. I'm super excited about curry. the orange chicken curry is all right, so I got enough. It should be enough for all of you. And then take some of the cauliflower and put some on the plate, and then pour it as a curry with big chunks of chicken on top of it, and kind of side some of just looks at Tam I got some veggies for you too. I think you complained last time that there was too much meat and no veggies or something.
I don't remember that, but I'm fine. Yeah, that's great. Let's try it. I'm just happy I get to try all this stuff. I brought
steak up. Made sure that there was enough for everybody to go around.
Oh,
yeah, just Keithan, not a problem. Just stabs one of the pieces you cut, puts it on his plate. Yes.
Yeah. What will happen is the the person from the Wishing Peach will actually eventually, like, come out, like, after seeing you guys. She doesn't look bothered by it at all. She actually, like, gives you guys some extra plates to, like, pass everything around
Nice.
with a smile. Like, she gets it. You can tell.
We're having a
still
good
got
time.
food from her shop, though.
Totally.
Yeah, no, she's not bothered by it at all. She can, like, you can tell that she's, like, yeah, you guys are in the place with the best food in the entire world. Of course you would want to try a whole bunch of it and share it with each other. This is great.
Oh my god.
Oh
man,
like, some
I'm-
of the pork and the beef as well. I didn't get any vegetables because I didn't think the place really had any. But then
I
they
didn't
got
either.
like little cups of meat or like sauce, and I'm like, FYI, this is supposed to be spicy. And I like put it in the middle of the table.
So,
Great. I'll have some of that.
you
I'm
guys,
eating that sauce.
I just pour it on my shepherd's pie.
Tam
Cut
is,
it up and give everybody some if they want some.
Tam is just like, I don't like food that hurts. So,
Oh, all right. I'll leave him a slice
You
of
gotta
shepherd's pie
strengthen
that
your
doesn't have
stomach up
that.
for that one.
I don't like food that hurts.
that's me.
Wow, y'all.
That's sorry, y'all.
I'm so nostalgic
done
for
that.
like being able to sit outside with a bunch
Oh
of
my
friends
God.
at a cafe
Same.
and share food around.
Oh, it
I'm
sounds
sorry.
amazing.
I'm sorry, you guys. This is the closest I can
Wow.
provide.
No, this is actually like I'm like a little emotional over it. It's good.
Nice.
Well,
It's
you
really
guys,
good.
Playing dinner. Like,
I know, but it's
together
like we
at
kind
a
of need this. It's
this
kind
is
of,
what
like,
COVID has
cathartic.
done to us.
I know. Just a whole
Just having a
episode
nice
just, like,
dinner with your friends.
I know.
oh, I'm so sad now.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh god, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for this to happen.
No, it's good. I'm really happy. I think that just like explains why we're all like very into this.
Yeah.
Also, it's just I'm into it anyway. This is something I love anyway, but like especially right now, it's like let's live this in our little
We
imaginations.
Had that thought while we were buying stuff. I was like, oh my god,
Uh-huh.
we're role playing just dinner.
So, your
Good.
guys' dinner
It's really good.
is absolutely delicious. All the food, like, you can tell why this place has the that Anise, you can tell why Anise Harbour has the reputation that it does. The food is some of the best that you've ever had. And as you're eating, Fion and Zeneral, you guys, I checked earlier, you guys have the highest passive perception of the party. As you guys are eating, you're kind of facing towards the street. And there, two roads, there's the Wishing Peach behind you, and then ahead of you is Bounty. You guys notice, like, just kind of walking along the street is this odd little clay bauble. It's got these like spindly little mechanical legs, and it's just like, and it's kind of like marching along the street. It's honestly kind of cute. Like there's even a little smiley face painted on it.
I nudge Zeneral. You ever see something like that?
Sorry, I muted myself. No, I have. Have I ever seen anything like this? I guess I shouldn't say no immediately. I've been traveling.
I
so-
haven't. I definitely haven't. I can't imagine.
I mean, like you've seen like clay cups that are shaped similarly, but nothing with legs that moved. Especially not with
Okay,
little
like-
smiley faces on it.
which is off-putting. I guess I'll get everybody else's attention and be like, look, and just like, the head jerk in the direction.
Yeah,
What is that?
There's a clay thing walking down the street with a smiley face on it.
yeah, it looks kind of like
that.
Mhm.
Oh, sorry. I've got a lag today. I'm really sorry.
no problem.
Can I catch the eye of the proprietor of the Wishing Peach and see if I can get her to come over?
Yeah,
You can, sorry. Go ahead and explain your thing.
Yeah, no problem. So you catch her and she like you wave her over and she's like, and as she's walking over, the bauble is probably 5 feet away from your table, and it stops. The legs suddenly straighten, and it like stays like that for a second, and you guys are just kind of like staring at it, like what is this doing? And
I'm
then
like looking at her like what, like back and forth, like what is silently, like what?
And she looks a little confused too. And in that moment, the legs suddenly collapse and the bauble breaks. Everybody make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh,
What the fuck? What?
Legs.
What? Oh, is this our first roll? I think we haven't actually rolled.
Yeah, this is your first roll of the night.
No.
No, I know.
Time you die. That I got from a local game show.
Ooh, a very nice.
I've been eating too much. I rolled an 8.
Oh no!
I also rolled an 8. It was a dex save? Oh, that's
Yeah.
not 9.
Okay,
Okay.
8, 9,
13 for Keithan.
13.
I've got
Okay.
a 15.
A 15.
Oh my
Okay.
god, I just realized I dragged the proprietor of the Wishing Peach into whatever this is. No!
Tam's got a roll too.
Yep.
Give me 1 second. I'm rolling for
I'm the
Tam.
worst. That heal spell ready.
Last time I let people sit on my patio.
Okay, so Tam, Keithan, you got a 13,
Yes.
and Zenral, you got a 15.
Yeah.
So you three will take half damage.
Oh my god, what the fuck is this?
So,
Probably
it's not so
something
bad.
sent to
It's
kill
not so
us.
bad. Full damage is 8. You take 8 fire damage. For those of you that fail,
Fire
those of you that pass will take 4 fire damage.
Do I still have the
Oh, I'm
temporary
resistant.
5 hit points?
Did
I
that
have that
temp?
listed too.
Did
I
you
think it
guys?
was from the
Oh,
meat
The
pie
extra
this
meat
morning.
pie that you guys had this
didn't
morning
we
for
eat meat pies
breakfast.
this morning? Yeah.
Oh, I
You
did.
3 did, or 4. I don't know if Tam was included in that. Keithan did not because I ate there the night before.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I
So yes, you guys do still have the 5 temporary hit points.
Okay.
Okay. I'm resistant to fire damage, so that's 4.
Yep. So yes, you will take half damage. So you take 4 damage. So yeah.
Tieflings.
Gnarl
Tieflings,
is
motherfuckers.
Gnarl is the only one that takes full 8 damage. And so initially, right after that happens, you guys, like, the blast was loud. It was a bomb, if that wasn't obvious. And, like, all you can hear is ringing in your ears initially. And, like, the food is everywhere. There's glass everywhere, and you can distantly hear screaming as people are just scrambling away from the harbor. And Fionn, you have the highest passive perception in the party. So you are on the ground, and there's just black smoke everywhere. But you slowly tilt your head up, and on the roof across the street, on top of the Bounty restaurant, you see a cloaked figure who immediately takes off.
Okay. I cast Spider Climb on myself
Okay.
and take off after it.
Okay.
Ugh.
So you can do that. So what I will say is climbing up, because you will be going. They'll have a head start on you, because not only did they immediately start running and you have to get up, but you also have to get up the building while they're still running forward.
So with Spider Climb, it's my walking speed, which is 30
Right.
feet.
Well, so yes, but it's just you're going. You are you are going vertical while they are still going forward. So,
Yeah,
okay.
that's fine. Better than nothing.
Okay. So you do
And
that.
as I leap off, I'll sort of just go there to the group and take off after.
Okay. So, yes, you guys, you can not only see which way Fionn is going, but you can also see, like, the retreating figure, going that way. Tam will, like, slowly get up and go after them as well.
Yeah,
I assume the clay thing is completely destroyed.
Yes.
I would have liked to follow as well.
Okay.
Same.
I'm gonna run on the ground for now. Trying
Okay.
to keep an eye out.
Okay. So, Fionn, Chase, cast spider climb on herself and ran up the wall of a building, and that it's about 40 feet. So it takes you technically 2 movements, or a full movement action, full movement and a dash, to get up there, but everybody else chases on the ground. And eventually you guys are led to an alleyway. That's about, I would say, probably like 50 feet wide by 20 feet, or 50 feet long by 20 feet wide. So basically you get, the party, everyone besides Fionn can just stand next to each other before there isn't any more room. And at the top corner of the roof, the figure stops. And from their cloak, they produce a sham. They place the piece to their lips and they begin to play. And when they do, the ground in front of Fionn, the ground behind the party, and the ground in front of the party begins to rumble. And in front of the party, at the end of the alley, a hand, a skeletal-looking, deep, dark hand bursts from the ground. And these 4 figures appear. They look... Dust falls from them as they kind of pick themselves up from the ground. And, like, while their hand is skeletal, like, they look like they have kind of this dirty meat hanging from their bones. And their faces are like skeletal, and just dust falls from them. And you can see that, yes, there's one ahead of the party, there are 2 behind the party, and then there's another one in front of Fionn. They cannot act this round, I'm gonna say. So that is the action of the cloaked figure. And so next
and there are
up,
two behind us, 2 in front of us.
There's 2 behind us. There are 2 behind the party. There's 1 in front of the party, and then there's 1 in front of you on the roof, Fionn.
You're cutting out. I don't know if it's happening to
sorry.
anybody else. Sorry. There we go.
So there are 2 behind the party in the alley, 1 in front of the party in the alley, and then 1 in front of you, Fionn. Between you and the cloaked figure.
Ooh.
So, first up is Zeneral. What are you gonna do?
Well, I'm trying to hide. Cool. I guess I'm just gonna freaking hit one of the little skeleton guys in front of me.
Okay.
With my dagger.
Okay.
That's all I got. I mean, I got
Okay,
a sword
so
bow,
you're,
but that's not anything.
so the the one in front of you, is about 40 feet away. The ones behind you are like 5 feet.
Oh, well, then I'll go for one of the ones behind me.
Okay. Yeah, they are.
I thought they were a lot closer.
Nope, they're at the end of the alley, or the one that is one is at the end of the alley, at the very end of the alley, and then the other two are very close behind you.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just like turn around and try and hit one of the ones behind me.
Okay, and make an attack roll.
Does a 14 hit?
A 14 does hit.
Woo!
Okay.
I'm gonna use my D.
Your D4. Okay, go for it.
My special D4 normal, just for you.
Oh.
Okay. So yeah. Ooh, I got a 3.
You got a 3?
3 plus 5 would be 8 points.
And that is
damage.
that is piercing damage?
Yes.
Okay. So you throw your dagger at the skeletal figure, and it seems to kind of, while it does look like you got it, it does not seem to do the amount of damage you would think it does.
Balls. Okay.
Okay. And would you like to do anything else?
Is there anywhere I can hide?
There aren't an awful lot of places
Is there
for you to hide.
anything in this alley? Nothing in this alley?
So up against the right-hand corner of the alley, there's some broken glass on the ground.
Broken what?
Broken glass, because this is an alleyway.
That's like... Cool. I guess I am going to stand there and I don't know, I don't have any good bonus action.
I mean, I think you can bonus action disengage, which will get you
I
away.
could if I wanted to run,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna friggin' stand here like an idiot.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stand here. Because I can't hide anywhere to get my sneak attack damage. Where all my damage
I mean, you
stuff.
get sneak attack when you have players. Hold on. Let me. You basically have sneak attack when you have party members more than like within 5 feet of the enemy, I believe.
Another enemy target. Wait, does that mean that I get?
So yes, you do get sneak attack on the attack that you just made. Or did you just stab at him yourself, or did you throw it?
I would have just, if he was like within 5 feet, shanked him.
So
If he's right behind us.
So you don't need advantage on the attack roll if another enemy of the target is within 5 feet of it. That enemy isn't incapacitated, and you don't have disadvantage on the attack roll. So yes, so roll your sneak attack damage. It'll still only do half damage.
Half damage. Rude. Oh, 9 points.
So that's going to round down to 4.
4. Most likely.
Okay. I mean, you still hurt it pretty good.
I mean, I still hit it, I guess. But yeah, I'm just gonna stand there with my dagger in my hands.
Okay. Would you like to do anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Next up is Gnarl.
Stand here.
I'm gonna attack the one behind us that Zenrol, I almost said black, that Zenrol was attacking.
Okay.
And I'm gonna punch it,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna punch it again.
Okay. You punch it.
Oh boy, maybe not. That is a 8 to hit.
Yeah, that is a miss.
Alright.
So you throw your punch and it like kind of sways on its feet, moving around.
Try to punch it with the opposite hand.
Okay, you try to punch it with that opposite hand.
And this one's a little bit better. That is 21 to hit.
Wow, yes. And that is bludgeoning damage?
Yes.
Okay. How much damage do you do?
That is 5
Okay.
points of bludgeoning damage.
That is exactly what you needed. So you throw one punch in it, and it just kind of like as if swaying to the music, it just kind of waves around your hand, but with the other you basically cave in its skull and it just collapses into a pile of dirt.
Alright.
Okay? Would you like to do anything else?
No, that's gonna end my turn.
Okay. So, next up, we've got Fionn. So, Fionn, there,
Right.
at the very end of, at the very corner of the roof, there is the cloaked figure, and right in front of you is is one of those skeletons.
Okay. I cast Shillelagh on my staff, and I whack the skeleton in front of me.
You whack the skeleton in front of me.
Whack it.
Make an attack roll.
All right.
Fionn, you're on the ground? I thought you
I'm
were
on
up.
the roof.
Yeah, so
And then you
two
get
behind.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no.
I know. Yeah, there's one up here, too.
Jump! I'll catch you.
No, I got spider climb. I'm good. All right. Then it has quarterstaff. Oh, and then I think I make. She really makes it. Spellcasting ability says strength for the attack. Okay. Okay. 12 to hit.
That is exactly what you need to hit.
Oh, shit. All right. Woo. Okay. So. Take it. Take it. Yeah. 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage,
Whack.
and what kind of damage is that?
That is whacking damage. Bludgeoning.
So bludgeoning? Okay. Good. That seems to do a normal amount of damage. And it kind of waves as you whack it on the skull, and there is like a big spidery crack along its head.
Right, take that. And I'm gonna run past it, and I know I will.
It
provoke
will
an attack
take-
opportunity,
and
and
it's-
that is okay.
Okay.
Yep.
So
I gotta run at the guy. I'm gonna run
Okay.
at the guy in the cloak.
okay. So you're running at the guy at the cloak, and so as you're running past, the meat on the bones will stretch towards you. And that is, what is your armor class?
11.
11? Okay, so that is an 18.
Oh yeah.
So what's gonna happen
Uh-oh.
is first you take... One moment, that is... you take 6 bludgeoning damage,
Okay.
and basically what's going to happen is the meat of that arm will wrap around your shoulder and pin you to the body of
Oh.
the skeleton. You are now restrained and cannot move forward.
Oh. You all just hear, oh!
Yeah.
From the rooftop.
But nothing is wet. It seems dusty, rather, more than anything.
Still.
Okay? So yeah, you are now restrained. And I'll explain to you what restrained means when it comes up.
Okay, yeah. I know
Okay.
the difference.
And then next up we have Keithan.
Keithan's planning on casting Scorching Ray.
Okay. On who?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I just have Scorching Ray as an action. Okay. For some reason, I was thinking it was a spell. On Cloaked Figure Man.
Okay.
They were going to try to go for the meat skeleton that was in front, but I'm assuming now that it has Fionn, no clear shot there.
Well, you can still attack it, but you will have disadvantage. And if you fail bad enough, you will hit Fionn.
Yeah, so we'll just go with Cloaked Figure.
Okay.
So all 3 shots at them.
All 3 shots at the cloaked figure? Okay. Give me some attack rolls.
Alrighty. First one is a 19.
Okay.
Did you want me to do each attack and then see what
Yes.
the damage is?
Yes.
Okay. Next one is a 16.
Okay.
Or wait, sorry. 12 plus it's 5, yeah?
So that's a 17.
17? Yeah, it's 5. And next is a 23.
Jesus Christ. Okay. 2 of them hit.
24. Sorry, I can't math.
So, so you, at least, so how far are you from the wall of the,
I figured I was like towards the right
Okay.
of like the wall, so maybe somewhere like 5, maybe like 8 feet or something from like the right wall.
Okay. So, only 2 of those hits hit.
Okay. So, one does 4 points of damage, the other one does 5 points of damage.
Okay, so that's 9.
Yep.
Okay. You hear a damn it. The one that does not hit, it hits the corner of the it hits the corner of the roof. So from the way you attacked, like, you had very good aim for 2 of them, and for the third one, even you normally would have had it, maybe if you were up against the wall of the alleyway. Basically, because of the lip of the roof, and the angle because this is such a narrow place, if you are anywhere but against the wall of the alley, the guy has 3/4 cover.
Okay.
And then and then against the wall, they will have half cover.
Okay. So for my movement, I will move like up against that wall.
Okay. And it's
just to make sure I can see them better.
It's just a 5-foot movement, so you will not take an attack of opportunity from one of the skeletons.
Yeah.
Okay, and then up next is Tam.
Get him, Tam.
Get him, Tam. So what Tam is
Get 'em.
gonna do? What's Tam gonna do? Give me one moment. Think of what we want Tam to do. So, what Tam is going to do is, he is going to point over at the golem at the other end of the alleyway and go, "You!" and cast Hunter's Mark on that skeleton.
Okay, Tam.
And then we'll shoot his little bow with an extra d6. Okay, so he'll get out his huge longbow and crit.
Woo!
And so that's 2d8 plus 3 plus a d6.
Get it, son?
Yeah.
So that is 5, 7, but it will round down to 3 damage because piercing damage. Okay. So back to the top of the initiative. So as this figure is playing, they take one hand away, and they seem to play just fine with just one hand. And as they do so, they will point their free hand at Fionn and cast a fire spell. And Fionn, because you are restrained, they get advantage.
Okay.
What's your thing again? What's your AC again?
11.
11. And that exactly hits. So you will take 5 fire damage. Well, okay, so they got a 10 because you're a
So I take
tiefling.
5.
Yeah, and you have resistance.
I
so
just
you-
snarl at them through the flames.
Okay. And so they continue to play the sham, and the skeleton that has a hold of you will lift you and slam you to the ground. They will also have advantage on this attack because you are restrained. Doo-dee-doo. Okay, that is a hit. And this one's only a d6. Okay, so for 6 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
So the what's gonna happen now is the one behind you guys.
Oh,
Yep, they're.
can I cast Hellish Rebuke on the thing that's got a hold of me?
Or
did I miss my chance for that?
No, you can do that.
Okay.
Okay, so you cast Hellish Rebuke.
Yes.
And it needs to make a dex save.
It does.
Okay, that's another 18.
Oh, yeah, it passes, but it's still going to take half damage.
Okay.
So, let's do... Where did my d10s go? I put them back like a fool. Sorry, just grabbing... 16. So, on a successful save, it takes 8 points of damage.
Okay, so you...
Fire damage.
Okay. So, you cast Hellish Rebuke and it immediately falls to ash.
Now we're talking.
Yeah, that was
All right.
8. 8 is half damage.
Yes.
Okay.
It was a 16.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, so then,
Better.
so the one behind you guys is going to reach out toward Gnarl and try to, wrap you up. Okay, and that is a 16.
That is.
Okay. And you take 9 bludgeoning damage, and it has grappled you, and you are now restrained. Okay. And then the one in front of you guys will move forward and attempt to grapple Keithan. Okay, I don't think that gets it. It's a 7.
Nope.
Okay,
I'm very slippery.
very slippery. Okay, so that is all the skeletons. And so next up is Zenral. Your
Okay,
your
so,
twin is grappled.
Yeah. So there's only 2 skeletons on the ground, and there's 1 up, and then the cloaked figure up, correct?
Yes.
Okay, I was under the impression there were 4 skeletons on the ground, 2 in front and 2 behind. Okay.
No, there was 3. One that was like 40 feet up, and then 2 behind us, and then of course there was the one on the roof that Fionn already took care of.
Yeah, thank you. I was listening to it, and I was like, oh, okay. All right. Twin is wrapped up, so I will be going after that one. Now, my question to the DM is, I'm trying to decide. Would I have been smart enough to know or notice that, like, my dagger isn't doing as much damage as I thought it would be?
Yes, that is why I told you.
Okay. Well, putting that bitch away. I think I'm just punch it.
Punch
Yeah.
it? All right,
Or
yeah.
try to anyway.
You
Yeah,
try to punch
that's
it.
what yeah. Or at least I'm trying to get, my twin out, so I guess I'm just punching in the face. We'll see what happens. Come on. Ooh, no, I do not. I don't know what it would be to punch something, but I rolled a 2.
Okay,
so-
that does not hit. It
Yeah.
like as if to the music, it sways around your fist.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm staying there though. I'm gonna try and get my twin out of this. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, Gnarl, you are up next. So, your options when you are restrained, you cannot move. Your movement is reduced to 0, and you can't benefit from any bonus to your speed. Your rolls against you have advantage, and you can attack, but they have disadvantage. And you also have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
Am I able to break out of the restraint or try to?
You are able to do that. You may attempt to break it with an athletics check.
Okay. And is that a straight roll or is that a disadvantage roll?
It's a straight roll.
Okay. You said athletics?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I was bringing it up. That is a 13.
Oh, so close, but no dice.
Okay. I guess I'm just gonna be struggling.
Okay.
I don't think there's anything else I can do, so that'll end my turn.
Okay, no problem. And next up is Fionn. You have just reduced one of the boys to dust.
Right. Am I prone? No, I didn't get knocked prone.
No, you
It
didn't.
just it just restrained me.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm going to just fucking book it at this cloaked guy. And for my bonus action, I'm going to cast Healing Word on myself. Which is... Sure, I'll take it. 6 points back.
Okay.
And how close can I get to him?
So the length is about 40 feet. So if you are starting at the beginning, you'll probably be you have 30 feet, so you're probably about 10 feet away from them.
10 feet away. Okay. I will. What will I do? If I cast a spell as a bonus action, can I still cast a spell as an action? Is there any rule about that?
It has to be a cantrip, because you can, in one turn, you can cast one level spell and one cantrip.
That's right. Thank you. Okay. All right, screw that. I'll throw my hand axe at him.
Okay, throw your hand axe.
Ah. Nope, that's like an 8 to hit.
That does not. They easily, hand still on the sham, just...
Right, that's it for me.
Okay. So next up we got Keithan.
I just want to make sure I heard this right. So we can do one spell for your action, and as a bonus action, do a cantrip.
So it can be in either order. It's just
okay.
one spell, one has to be a bonus action, but one spell can be a leveled spell, one spell can be a cantrip.
All right, for your action.
Yeah.
It will say on your spell list under time, it'll say whether it's one action or one bonus action. So depending on the spell, it's a little tangly.
Okay, yeah, because I was like, I had something as, but yeah, it says casting for action. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Gonna, I think, try to do the Scorching Ray again at Cloaked Figure Man.
Okay. Go for it. Make those rolls. And you are up against the wall. Okay.
Yes, I am up against the wall trying to get a good shot.
Okay.
14 plus 5, so 19.
Okay.
That's only a 16.
Okay.
And a 20.
Okay, all 3 hit.
Ooh. Yes. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh, I got a 6. 18 points of damage.
18 points of damage. Okay. So the music immediately stops. As soon as you hit with each of those. And the creature seeing you, the person seeing Fionn approach and seeing and being hit by several like tiny fireballs. The person will immediately put their hands up. Okay, you got me, they say.
What?
Yeah, I was like, does that seem trust, like, inside check?
Well, you are nowhere near their face.
Yeah.
So
fair point.
Can I do an insight check? Like, are they looking like they're about to try to pull something?
Do an insight check, and we'll see.
Okay. Oh, I'm not rolling well today, y'all. 10.
10. What I will say is they definitely have a look on their face that says, I'm not willing to die for this.
Didn't get that.
I
sorry.
lost you cut out.
So,
Whoops. Yep, she's...
Still
nope,
nothing.
you're gone.
can you hear me now? No? No?
Sort of.
You're delayed.
Weird lag.
Yeah.
One moment.
It's a little better. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it just takes some time for my mic to load.
Okay, there we go. You're good.
So, basically, you can see this person is very hurt. And...
Oh no, you cut out very something.
Very hurt. They're very hurt.
Hurts.
Ouch.
Excellent.
Ouchie. A lot of damage.
Ow, 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 ow.
Yeah.
We got some boo-boos over here.
Yeah, a lot of damage has been done to them. And you can see they are like on their last leg, and you can probably tell this is the type of person that does not want to die right now.
Okay. Can I get up behind him and like pin his arm and pull his hood down?
Yes. Feel free to do so. They don't make a move as you do that.
Okay.
You
just
pull
gonna like grab his arm behind his back so he can't.
You pull their hood down, and you see they have their skin is marble white, and they have long pointed ears, and their hair is just as white as their skin. It's kind of floppy and just falls into their eyes. And their eyes are also white. There is no iris or pupil, just completely white.
Who are you? What do you want with us?
Look, I'm just trying to do my job. Okay?
What's your job?
Look, you're asking questions about Mr. B? I can tell you stuff about Mr. B.
Come on, come with me. I'm gonna friggin' carry this asshole down the building.
Okay. Okay.
Did the skeletons disintegrate when...
Yes.
Okay, cool.
That was gonna be my question.
Yeah, I wasn't sure when they took all that damage and like dropped the flute or whatever, if the skeleton meaty things
I'm
disappeared.
no longer restrained.
You are no longer restrained. You are covered in dirt.
You can Hulk out.
Man. So, and as you're carrying this person down, you guys see the guard run, being led by Juno Gwent. Will run to the mouth of the alley, and she's, what the hell is going on here?
That's a good question. Hang on a second. I nod to the group. This man's working for Mr. B. Or man? Person? Can I tell?
Person.
Person. This person's working for Mr. B.
Want me to say anything? I'm like cracking my knuckles.
I take it Mr. B knows we're asking questions.
Maybe not.
Sent you to take care of us.
Maybe Mr. B knows you're asking questions, maybe not. I know you were asking questions.
So
And who
you're
are you?
playing on your own accord?
Don't shrug at us. I crank his arm up his back.
Oh, ow. Okay.
Come on. Don't be daft.
Juno is just like, who the hell is this?
Hush.
Excuse you? You
Who are you?
guys,
I'll go talk to Juno. I'll go over and talk to Juno. Leon's got this, I think, pretty well under control. Zenril likes it quite a bit. But she's gonna go talk to Juno.
Eh.
Hey.
Hey.
so
I like
as
this side
Yeah,
of
you like
Leon.
that?
as Zenril approaches Juno Gwent, she's just like, she has got maybe 5 guards with her right now.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I'm not being threatening. I'm not being
Okay.
threatening. I'm just gonna walk up to her and I'm gonna say, "Hey, Juno, we were attacked in the street. We ran off. This guy tried just attacking us. There were skeleton stuff, but he's got some information we're trying to get out.
Skeletons?
Yeah, skeletons. See this dust on the ground? Yeah, that was skeletons for a minute.
Look,
We will be more than happy to pass him off, but we need some information from him first.
There's
if you
been a bombing in my city. Inside of my
Yeah, I
city.
know.
This is the second
I know.
bombing.
Second. Oh, the one at the outside of the
Yes.
city at the.
This is
Yeah.
Look, if you don't hand over that person to me right now, I'm going to arrest all of you.
Can we talk to him in jail? Can we talk to him? We have him.
Once we have him in
just want some
custody,
information
once
from
we have them in custody, you can talk to them. But first and foremost, they need to be in our cuffs.
Yeah, we're just here helping and protecting ourselves.
Look, I get that, but
We like I said, we don't want to get jailed. We don't want to be blocked up. Like I said, we're just trying to get protecting ourselves. That nice little front shop as well. I feel really bad for her.
a lot of people were
We
hurt.
also want information. Yeah.
Look,
Well, that's why we ran after this person. We're just trying to help Juno. I swear we're not Just trying to help.
A couple of
Got my
guards.
hands up.
A couple of guards will approach Fionn. One has
Did
manacles.
Did I get any information out of this guy in the meantime?
What did you ask?
Who are you?
Oh,
First of all, since you guys had at least a couple sentences, I'll have a chance at a couple sentences.
yeah. They smirk
I
at you.
also had come up to be like kind of intimidating, like just like doing the whole knuckle fight.
Ooh, you're actually doing it. Wow.
Okay. Well, if you're trying to be intimidating, please roll an intimidation check.
Okay. Oh, natural 20.
Ooh.
That's a 23.
Okay. So you're looking
Get
and
a
you're
twin.
and you're glaring, and the person seems to kind of shrink just a little bit. And they're like, "You can call me Gerald."
Cheryl.
Yep. Jeral, or Gerald, if you'd like.
Mm-hmm. You're working for Mr. B?
Sometimes.
Where is he?
And at that point, the guard will approach with manacles.
I just physically turn in between the guard and him. Where is he? So I turn my back on the guard.
Gerald will smirk at you and say, "I think I gotta go." And the guard is like, "I don't want to have to arrest the both of you."
I'm gonna grab Gerald by the back of the neck and push them forward towards the guard.
Okay. The guard will
Alright, I'll get out of the way.
I don't know if you want to contest.
Yeah, I'll get out of the way if Gnarl's doing that. They just rolled a 20 on intimidation.
Okay, so yeah. And
I will say, slap him in chains if you want, but I need to talk to him.
If
Them,
probably would have heard at this point, and I've been like, Juno says she'll let us talk to this person, but this person needs to get locked up right now.
Thank you.
No problem. Like I said, we're just here to help, Juno. Just here to help.
So they will manacle the person, and in a procession they will start walking towards the center of the city, towards Castle Gonder. And
would we know that's where they take the bad guys?
Well, I mean, you
I'm
can follow.
I'm not letting him out of my sight.
Oh.
And
I'm staying as close to them as I can.
really, it's the only place you would think of that they would take someone, and that is being jailed. And with that, let's take a break. Fionn, I believe you have some things to say before break.
I do. I was like, I do? Oh, I do. Yeah, you're watching Ladies and Gentledice. If you just joined us and you missed the first part of this, don't worry about it, because we're going to upload this whole episode Monday morning. So tomorrow morning, from when it is first airing. We air our new episodes on Sundays at 4 p.m. Pacific on Twitch every other week. And then, our episodes then go up on YouTube on Mondays. We also rerun our episodes on Twitch every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Pacific. So you've definitely got more chances to see this. Keep up with our shenanigans on Twitter. We're at Gentledice. And elsewhere on social media, we're at Ladies and Gentledice. And we'll see you soon after this break.
See you guys soon. So, welcome back, everyone. I believe Fionn has some stuff to say.
Hello. That's me, right?
Yes.
Welcome back to Ladies and Gentledice. If you are just joining in with us, this is about halfway through, or maybe a little more, through our episode, and you can catch the first part, which you may have just missed, on our YouTube channel, which is Ladies and Gentledice. We upload our new episodes on the Monday mornings after they air. Our episodes air on Twitch on Sunday evenings or afternoons at 4 p.m. Pacific time. And we also show reruns on Twitch every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Pacific. So there's plenty of chances to catch up on what you've missed. Please follow us on Twitter at Gentledice and at Ladies and Gentledice everywhere else on social media. And thanks for joining us.
Awesome. So, where we last left off, you guys met a mysterious figure named Gerald. They have pale skin, white hair, and white eyes. And they played a mysterious shawm instrument, which is a sort of a woodwind, I guess. And when they played, dirty skeletons appear. Thanks to Fionn, they were able, and several very well-placed scorching rays by Keithan. The threat was handily handled, and Gerald surrendered. You guys are now, Gerald has been apprehended by the police of the city, or by guards that seem to belong to House Gwent. And you guys are currently on your way to, or we'll just say that you guys have just arrived at Castle Gondor. And Gerald has just been put into a holding cell. And at the moment, you guys are in a different room with Juno Gwent, and you guys are met with a dwarf you haven't met, a female dwarf that you haven't met yet. She has very dark hair and a very stern scowl on her face. Juno will introduce her as... One moment. We'll introduce her as Varney Olgar. Next to Varney is a familiar face, and that is the face of Darbrock. He still has a pleasant look on his face, but he's a lot. His eyes are a lot clearer than they were the last time you guys saw him.
Darbrock.
Yes.
Where was the last place? Just keep it
the last place you guys saw Darbrock was at the Ironclad Adventurer, talking about his boyfriend that has an ass that won't quit.
Oh my gosh. That's
All
right.
Yep.
Was he one of the...
He was... So they're both House Olgar. They are introduced to you as House Olgar by Juno.
Okay. And what was... So I apologize. What was the first person's name?
Varney Olgar. Varnie. Together, Darbrock and Varney, their faces seem somewhat similar, but their mannerisms and their hair color are completely different. Darbrock has reddish hair, while Varney has just black hair with like a few gray strands.
Are they asking us anything?
Can I just like... Or, so what will happen is Varney will approach you guys and nod her head. Are you the ones that apprehended the culprit?
We are.
Well, thank you for the help. Juno was telling us that you have questions to ask him, or ask them.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Who's coming?
We seem to be the target
Coming
of
after
this
us.
attack.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you know?
So we have some questions.
Okay. Do you know why they will want to target you with such an attack? Additionally, this is the second bombing. You guys, as far as we know, you weren't
we have
here.
Suspicions, but we need to talk to them to see if
Yeah.
they hold any water.
All right. Well, we can allow you an interrogation room with them, and one of our guards.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. So, what will happen is, you will, they will escort you to a room, and, Varney, or actually, Juno, will be with you guys, as
Perfect.
Gerald is brought into a room and sat down. It's a bare
I'll
room.
look at Juno. Oh yeah. Sorry.
Gerald is
I
brought
was just
into a
gonna
room
say
and
I'll
sat
look
down.
at Juno and say nice to see you.
Yeah, it's nice to see you too, I guess. Thank you for apprehending the bomber. We searched them and we did find several bomb making materials, so we assume this is the bomber unless they're being framed. But it doesn't seem they are.
I think that would make sense.
As Gerald is brought in, Zenral, give me a perception or investigation check, whichever one you would like.
Let's do a perception. Don't really. So I get looking.
Okay.
So I'll do a perception check. That would be a 19.
A 19? Awesome. So, something you notice. Gerald's cloak has been taken away from them, and they're left with leather armor still on. You notice it's very quick, but you notice a dark mark on their collar as they're being jostled into the room, and you see a very familiar symbol. The symbol of Atha's Assassin's Guild is tattooed onto his collarbone.
You said, crap, will you repeat that last sentence? I heard it, I just wasn't
Yeah.
writing things down.
So the
Who's Assassin Guild, I guess?
Atha's. The god that the goddess of life and death. You would know know about Atha. You guys
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
You are
Awesome.
very familiar with the goddess Atha.
Yeah. Should I send you a private? I don't know.
You can send me a private message. I can read them on my phone.
Okay. I'm gonna send
Ooh,
Secrets.
ooh, secrets.
Yeah.
Backstory.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm thinking of, yeah. Send message. Okay. Message sent.
Gotta figure out what we're gonna ask this guy.
Fion, in your most Irish Batman voice. Who are you?
Who are you?
Where is she?
We are not sponsored by DC.
We are not sponsored by DC. Is that Bat? Are you speaking Bat? Wow, there's a old internet reference. It's fine.
Mabusas. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Thank you.
No problem. So yeah. So, Jarl is sat in the chair, and he seems to have a smug look on his face. Or they seem to have a smug look on their face. I don't know what happened. Like, it was so easy to use their actual pronouns when I first created them, but all of a sudden, I don't know, just he pronouns happened. They are they. They have a very smug look on their face. And Juno will gesture for the guards to leave, and they do. And she looks at everybody and is like, okay, ask your questions.
Well, this is formal.
Keithan will kind of like lean over the table to look. So, what did Mr. B do for you to receive your assistance?
Well, he paid someone to pay me very well.
Insight check?
Yeah, sure.
Ooh, natural 20, so 22.
Ooh,
High five!
yeah, they're telling the truth.
Okay.
Who's the middleman?
Ugh, I could tell you that. Yeah, but what are you gonna give me in return?
You're still alive.
How about I don't break any of your fucking fingers?
All right, what that one said. Yeah,
Okay.
that's good.
Yeah, Keithan both like pointing.
Yeah.
They're all like, yep.
Yeah,
that
Gnarl,
one.
give me an intimidation check.
Can I have advantage since my friend pointed at me?
Yes, you can have advantage since
Aw.
your friends pointed at you.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. That is a dirty 20.
A dirty 20. So, Jarl looks a little uncomfortable. And, what was your question one more time, Keithan? Or not Keithan, Fionn? Or
who's the middleman?
Look, if I tell you, you know I'm gonna be in a lot of trouble, right?
Are you not in a lot of trouble already?
It depends on who I'd rather be in trouble with, right?
Dangerous person this is.
I'm gonna start moving towards their fingers.
Specifically their fingers.
Jarl will drop their fingers into or will drop their manacled hands into their lap. Billiam paid me.
Oh.
Billiam? Wait, what the fuck? Oh my god, I'm having so much trouble with names. Who's Billiam? I know that name.
Billiams.
I would go.
The head of the cards!
Billiam paid you money?
Billiam paid me to take out a fighter that was at the Dry Jester. He did not pay me to kill you, if that's what you're asking.
To take out a fighter that was okay. So why did you come after us?
You were asking questions about the wrong person.
Oh, he's the forger. Oh, I know him.
I've got an associate that was
We
very
were
upset.
asking a lot of questions.
Okay, so you're the one in charge.
In charge of what? I'm not in charge of anything.
Why did you come after us?
You were, and like I said before, you were asking questions about the wrong person. I wasn't looking to
I
kill
said I was in
you,
a-
if that's what you're asking. I had my own questions. Like,
So you and another...
Mr. B, he's kind of a... You see, Mr. B, he's kind of a mysterious figure. Not a lot of people know about him. What I'm wondering is how you know about him.
And you're just protecting this Mr. B for some money.
I'm not doing anything for money right now.
So you and another fella were the ones who attacked the guest at the Dry Jester, is that correct?
Maybe.
Right? I assume that's a yes. Can I do an insight check?
Sure.
think I assume that's a yes. 22.
Yes.
Yes. Right, that's a yes.
Mhm.
So, we went asking the wrong people. Has it made it back to Mr. B that we've been asking after him? Or did you take it into your own hands?
I don't know what Mr. B knows, but I know someone was curious why you were asking questions, and you don't seem like the type that like to talk. Well, at least not to someone like me.
So was it Billiam that let you know that we were asking questions about Mr. B?
Well, it's not him and others. I've got good ears, you see.
Right. Can't say we've been very subtle. Well,
Do I have a piece of paper on me?
Yeah,
Or anybody? Or can I ask for a piece of paper
you can ask for a piece of paper.
A
You will be
pencil?
given a piece of paper
and a pencil?
and a pencil.
I would like to write on this piece of paper. What do you want to know in Thieves' Cant? And I'd like to pass it off to Gerald.
Juno will immediately take that and look at it.
No sleight of hand.
Oh, yeah, no.
yeah.
I wasn't really being sneaky. I asked for a
Yeah.
piece of paper.
Yeah, no, Juno will look at it, realize that she does not understand whatever is on the note, and
Yeah.
will immediately crumple it up and put it in her pocket. No. The reason why there's a guard, the reason why I am here is so that you aren't able to conspire with the bomber. No sending notes.
Juno, we apprehended this bomber for you. Pummeled him. What
Look,
makes you think we're conspiring?
you're trying
I'm
to
help, Juno.
You are trying. Okay, look.
I'm-
I understand. I understand where you're coming from, but also you have to understand where I'm coming from. 4 people ran away from the scene
do.
of a bombing, and now they are sending secret notes to a person that had bombing materials.
Fine.
To be 100% fair, I'm all sorts of fucked up from that bombing. So, if we were a part of this, I don't think I would look like this right now.
It blew us.
No, would be
It blew us right out of a
anywhere near.
perfectly good lunch. We would have at least
Yeah.
waited till we'd finished
Spent a lot
lunch
of
to
gold
bomb
on that
ourselves to
lunch.
hell.
All I'm saying is,
The logic
I am here
is
to
there.
understand what is going on. No secrets. It doesn't matter if you are a part of this or not. I'm not gonna fucking let you have secret conversations with a fucking bombing suspect. Do you understand where I'm coming? Like, it doesn't matter. I know you
I'm
guys.
just trying to get clout. I'm just trying to get him on our level or something to talk.
It's really great that we're having this
Obviously so.
conversation right in front of him. So
Yeah,
can we sort this all
Gerald.
out?
So
Gerald looks like they're like having fun.
yeah.
I just want to push their head into the table, but I won't.
I do too.
Do it.
Not yet.
Okay. Not yet. Right then. Who is the other fellow?
You guys can go back. I'll stand on the back wall. It's like
Oh, never mind. The other fellow died. Nope, I
Well-
didn't say that. I'm just consulting my notes. Sorry. I just happen to still be in an Irish accent. I apologize. Okay.
Anyway, what is it? What else would you? I had questions for you. You know.
That's cute. So what did you want with the fellow at the Digester then? The guest that was staying there? What was that about? Or what did Mr. B want with him?
Mr. B wanted them dead.
Funny thing to want for a fellow who is just
Well,
selling.
They also wanted
Religious
the
idols.
halberd, or he also wanted the halberd.
Ah, right. That may make more sense.
Do you know why Mr. B wanted the individual dead?
Sounds like
Well, probably they like the halberd, right?
may have been something that was similar to what he's after.
It was a real pretty
was a-
weapon, I gotta say. Shiny.
Glowing. Yeah.
Does it sound like he's actually does it sound like he's trying to make us assume it's about the halberd, or is he like suggesting something else?
Give me an insight check.
I did know about the halberd from talking with Ms. Tittlefink.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know anything. I'm useless 7.
Yeah,
Oh.
you're like, maybe. I don't know.
You're too busy looking intimidating.
Yeah.
Apparently. I'll leave you guys first.
Is my eyebrow furrowed enough? Are my tusk shiny? Were they polished recently? Is there some gunk there?
So, do you have any other questions you want to ask me, or is anything else
Well,
compelling?
How do you contact Mr. B?
Ah,
Oh, I don't. I've never talked to the guy, actually. I've seen him, but communication tends to go through my associates.
William.
What does Mr. B look like?
Tall, handsome guy, pale, dark hair, freaky eyes. They're like all black.
Does he have anything distinguishable about him?
Besides
freaky
completely
eye?
black eyes and being a normal looking guy, no.
Alright.
Is he still in town?
I don't know where he is.
Insight check. Is he telling the truth?
Sure. Go for it.
Adjusted 20.
Gerald is telling the truth.
Okay.
They don't have any idea where Mr. B is.
How many jobs have you done for Mr. B?
Just the one.
Well, 2 if
Just
you
the
count
one
us.
at...
Well,
Yeah.
Mr. B didn't hire me for this. This was
You
extra
just did it out of
credit.
the kindness of your heart.
That's a lot of initiative for a rascal to
Yeah.
take. Do you hoping he'd pay you more, or you
No.
got something personal you want
Well,
to say against us?
as I said before, I wasn't looking to kill you. I just wanted to bring you over to my place, ask you a couple questions.
Oh, right. The questions you have for us, which is quite funny, seeing as you're sitting there and we're over here. Sure, why don't
Why
you...
don't you just send a note?
Why don't you shoot? Go for it.
Why don't you just why'd you blow us up, and why didn't you just send a note?
Because it'd be
You could
fun.
very well just...
Are you kidding me?
I have information on Mr. B. Come for a meeting if you want to find out. It would have been a much quicker way to go about this.
You guys
With
were
Lack of
sitting...
explosion.
Y'all were sitting in Anise Harbour, just having a heck of a time, just eating all that delicious food. Just, it was just like a family dinner. Oh, it was so cute. I just had to destroy it, you know? You ever see
a bit of a
people just
psychopath here.
having a good
Sure.
time, and you're just like, fuck, I gotta blow it up. You know?
No,
I love this guy.
can't say that I have. No, that's a hard pass for me. All right, what do you want to know? I'm gonna
Well, I wanna
use
know-
thaumaturgy to make my own eyes go black and stare him down.
Okay, are you trying to convince him of or convince them of something?
No, Nope.
Okay. Well,
I just
or are
want to
you
unsettle
trying?
him.
Okay.
I just want to freak him out. Since he said that freaked him out. And he's looking awfully smug right now about blowing up our dinner.
Yeah, they give you a look. Well,
Oh,
well,
they! Fuck, I'm doing it again. I'm so sorry. Yeah, they.
they shrug. Just, I wanted to know why you were asking questions. Why were you looking for Mr. B? Are you looking to be part of his group, or you looking just to look? How do you know about him? He's a pretty rare creature, you see.
Why do you want to know? We just piqued your interest.
Well, I mean, you know, somebody hires me, then somebody comes, somebody else, another group of people come a couple days later, asking questions. It's curious, huh?
We're just all staring at him. At them.
Yeah, they're like... No? You don't want to...
Were you
don't wanna tell me?
expecting an answer?
Yeah, why would we talk to you?
You ruined our food. What reason do
Really?
we have to answer your questions?
Glass all over the place.
Mr. B has some very interesting items on them, do they not?
Yeah, that's what I hear. Yeah, a lot of very interesting items. Give me and my associate one. Or, we each got one.
Oh, congratulations. What'd you get?
Well, I got the Schwam that raises the dead. That's pretty cool.
Ah.
My-
Juno. Do you have that, I assume?
Juno will nod. We certainly do. My associate, however, he's got something a little more intimidating.
The one that was blown up? At the Dry Jester?
Oh,
Billiam?
no, that
Billiam.
was the newbie. There was
Uh,
another one.
what'd Billiam get?
Billiam didn't get anything. Billiam's not hands-on kind of guy. So he
Oh,
didn't
you got
get
another
nothing.
associate you haven't told us about? Well, you better start there. Gnarl.
Alright.
You know, I'm sure your flesh tastes pretty good too.
Give me... they look at
Dion
you.
is...
Caitlin, do you want to take a bite of this finger?
Dion
It doesn't
is...
have to be a
at
finger,
that
it doesn't
point-
have as much meat.
At that point, Gerald will look straight into the eyes of Juno Gwent and be like, "You really gonna let him take a chunk out of somebody from the Assassin's Guild?" And, Juno will immediately freeze. And,
Chunk couldn't hurt.
no, Juno will immediately freeze, look at you guys, and say, "Get the fuck out."
Oh, are we in politics now? And Keithan just looks straight at Juno.
Yeah, I'm not moving.
Get the fuck out before I have you all
Why?
arrested.
Why? What? What on earth are you talking about?
And she'll
Assassin's Guild?
she'll snap her fingers and call in a couple guards who will, and about 3 or 4 guards will come in to try and escort you guys out.
Juno, we've done nothing but help you here. What are you talking about?
Trust me, I'm doing you all a favor. Get the fuck out right now. I have to have a conversation with Mr. Gerald right here. Or Gerald right here.
Don't let him go. Don't let them go.
Get out.
Whatever they say to you.
Keithan just looks towards Gerald and just licks the top of their lip with their snake monitor-like tongue.
And Gerald gives you like a kind of face. But we'll definitely... Huh? What did you say, Teebs?
Nothing. Nope, never mind. It's alright.
So you guys are escorted out of the room.
Before we leave, I want to look at Gerald and I'll say, "I will be seeing you later."
He winks
And
at you.
leave.
Or they wink at you.
I'll kiss him back, or kiss them back.
God, I am so sorry. Like, normally I'm much better with pronouns, but fucking Gerald.
Normally we all are.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's throwing us off for some reason. That's alright. We got it.
So you guys are escorted out of the room, and they are left. Juno, Gwent, and Gerald have a short conversation. It doesn't last any longer than maybe 5 minutes.
I can't believe I just asked you to break somebody's fingers. Where am I? What am I doing?
I don't see a problem there.
He has information. We need it.
I will also
Otherwise, more
note.
people like Tam's mom's gonna die.
I will also note that Tam has not been with you guys.
Oh, we know. Yeah, I figured. Yeah. There's no way
notice.
There's no way I would have not let him in that interrogation room. Yeah, no, that's fine. Right, like Tom's mom. I don't know. Look, I don't know what I'm doing here. This isn't my. None of this is my territory.
We may have to stick around. I know we need to leave, but that person has information.
Do you have any idea of what it might be? I heard what you said before we left.
Oh yeah,
I wasn't
are we
sure if
on?
that was all intimidation or if there was something solid for it.
Well,
Are we alone?
yeah, we need to be outside,
Oh, okay.
like, I don't know,
Are we
the castle
alone
or whatever.
Yeah, where are we? And can we get someplace
Okay,
where we're
so
alone?
initially you guys are right outside the room, and there are 2 guards right outside the interrogation room. So if you guys want, you can go towards where the cells are, and those are currently unoccupied.
Just to
I just
whisper
don't want
amongst
anybody to
ourselves.
eavesdrop too
Yeah.
much, just because, yeah.
Can I do a perception check and see if there's anybody who would hear us?
Yeah, sure. Give me a perception check.
Please. 10.
10. Well,
Keep our voices low.
what I will say
Yeah.
is you can't see anybody.
Great. It's good. That's what sounds good. Okay, we're alone then.
So, there's something fishy going on between that and the Thieves Guild. Or the Assassins Guild. And
Yeah, I want to say the Thieves Guild and the Assassins Guild are 2 very different
are 2
things.
different things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you
Oh, wait, let me...
familiar?
I know
Okay.
you said that, DM,
Mhm.
question about the tattoo.
Mhm.
Is that something Gnarl would be aware of as well?
Honestly, you, no.
Okay,
Because,
fair. I just wanted to make sure.
yeah. What I do want to say to, Zenerol is, a little bit of backstory, or actually to all of you on the Assassin's Guild. The Assassin's Guild, of Atha is widely feared. Nobody knows who they are. Nobody knows how many they have, except for Zenerol. Zenerol might have some idea. But, yeah. Like, it's... people disappear. And that is what the Assassin's Guild does. The Assassin's Guild makes people disappear. And if one gets caught, it's likely the one that's caught will disappear, and so will everyone that spoke to them.
We need to
So
get
I may
Tam
not be
away.
I am not that high enough.
Okay, so I fuck, where were we? Sorry, we were just in the middle of the conversation. I'm trying to remember what I was gonna say.
Okay.
You were apologizing for getting so intense? Or just feeling weird about how intense you
not
got?
technically, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, just feeling weird. That's fine. Is Juno gonna let him go? Them go? I say to Z.
That I don't know. I'm not familiar with the city. I don't know if Juno will. I mean, there's a chance. If which all signs point to yes, Gerald's a part of this assassin group. Strings could potentially be pulled. And depending on what Gerald had said, We could possibly have people come after us.
Do you believe he is a part of this guild
They.
that they speak of?
Yeah.
They?
They have the one of the marks. One of the tattoos.
Okay. So it's
That sounds
they
like a
aren't
yes.
just blowing out steam.
Right.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
be
it's
surprised
not.
if we're
I
gonna-
saw it.
Go ahead, sorry.
No, I'm just saying I saw the tattoo.
I wouldn't be surprised if, they already are sending people after us. Like, they decided to initiate with us, so.
I still find that mystifying. Why they took matters into their own hands to attack us in broad daylight.
It does seem a little strange.
I mean, they
I know
may
that
just be a
they-
psychopath, but
Yeah, they said they just wanted
Usually they keep things under the
answers,
wraps. The
right,
fact that
it seems very loud and
right.
not the way I go about it.
And
so there
standing on
must
the
be
rooftop.
There's got to be a big hole of them here somewhere. That
It sounds like Mr. B has just hired them. I don't know if there's any reason to believe he's associated with everyone of this group. It sounds like it wouldn't be a great idea for us to get on their bad side. I suppose we already have.
Do you suppose the Billiam is just the in-between for those looking for the guild's assistance? And Billiam is the cross between the guild and
possibly
patrons.
it is a hole in the wall place, and I found it. So I'm assuming anybody that knew some type of cant or even just basic knowledge
So,
would be able to walk in.
They did mention that it wasn't just Billiam, though.
yeah, it just makes me wonder what item Mr. B gave
Just
them.
pawned off. And the fact that it's
Mhm.
here in the city means.
Your mic cut out.
And
We lost
honestly,
your
they
audio.
May come to us.
we lost your audio for most of that sentence.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know where I was.
The fact
Oh, the
that
other
items here in the city, and then like you pointed, and then I think it was all lost.
So, because Mr. B has passed off an item here in town, we may have to stay and get it. If that's what you two are doing, collecting these items because they're wreaking havoc,
Right.
we may have to stay until that item potentially appears. And honestly, if the guild has it, there's a chance it may come to us. Because we've been asking the wrong question.
We may get on the wrong side of it, you
Or-
mean? It may come too.
Yeah.
Sunral.
Mhm.
I'm not asking your history, but are we in any particular danger? Are you in any particular danger in this situation?
There's a chance. I thought maybe it was a network, but honestly, I'm out and about. There's a chance. If they recognize me or know about me, a chance. But there's always a chance. There's always a chance of, yeah.
Right. I wonder if it's safe to keep Tam with us or with you. I don't mean that personally.
No, you're right, and honest. That's why we needed to get him to the damn wizarding school.
Right.
Everybody make a perception check.
Woo! 24.
24.
14.
Okay.
21.
13.
Thank you.
Oh shit. I don't like that the DM asked for perception checks.
Mm-hmm.
Ben didn't say anything.
I know. I gotta go 24, man. Wizard schools. The city's Westenholt's like, what do we say, 2 weeks travel? Something like that. We went in the other direction, didn't we?
Yeah, but I mean, there might be a chance of a shorter route if we get out of these docks, but I don't know. I'm not familiar with water and seas.
Ah, right. That's
There
not a
is
bad
that
idea.
option.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Would he be safe traveling on his own, or would we have to accompany?
We could all get on a boat, perhaps.
I mean, there's
I don't-
strength in numbers.
I don't want to leave Tam on his own.
Yeah,
He's just a kid.
yeah. We'd protect him more than anything. But
I'm just weighing our protection against the vulnerability that
Yeah.
our presence may now also be causing him. I mean, I agree I don't want to leave him alone, but if we're getting into things that
we've been getting into things since that first town.
Mm-hmm.
He knew what he was getting into.
We need
Well,
to have
it's
a
the-
conversation with them at the very least.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's the Assassin's Guild that worries me.
I agree. That's why I
The
think
mention
we
of
need-
that.
We need to drop him off.
And that's new. We didn't have that. I didn't know about that before.
Do you think he'll even be safe at wizard school? Because he's been with us while we've been asking questions.
I mean, being surrounded by some of those powerful folks, at least I assume the teachers there are quite powerful. Probably would be fine. As fine as anywhere. So we're not going to get this sham. I'm not familiar with the instrument.
Yeah, would
The
Ethan
raised
know
dead
any,
flute.
like religious, like Thai association?
I wonder if we can get a
With
look
it?
at it. If we
So,
can get a look at it, if that
everybody,
might help. Oh, it was raising the dead. We know that.
yeah. So a sham is a horn instrument. A double reed instrument similar to an oboe.
Is it? Okay, got it. SHAUM?
SHAWM.
W. Sham.
Everybody that wants to can give me a religion check.
$12.
21.
So, yes, this sham does have religious what's it called? Significance. So, back in the days when the gods were warring, Gondor created a sham. And that sham had the ability to raise dirt golems from the ground. How the story goes, though, is there was a long time where people believed this to be an item of Atha because of the form the golems took. To you guys, they look like skeletons. They looked undead, though they were made of dirt. And so, for a long time, people believed for the item to be of Atha, but eventually it was found. Someone very intelligent back in the day realized it was just dirt, and it was a trick. And so this follower of Gondor basically went around causing all manner of chaos under Atha's name. And yeah, it was a trick.
So Say we get out of here. Maybe Juno us. Maybe we can find out what she knows, or we could answer questions she might have.
Right. I'd like to take a look at that instrument. I don't know if she'd let us at this point.
You can ask.
Yeah.
If we say, why we're here, what we've been doing, isn't a lie.
Tracking down religious artifacts is Mr. B has been carrying.
And that happens to be one of them,
causing chaos
in this town. We could warn her and potentially help. Maybe we'll get her help. I don't know. She doesn't seem to like us very much, and I'm not really sure why.
I eyeball
pleasant.
The four of us. Is there any downside to telling her? Does that put us in more danger in any way?
Unless she's in someone's back pocket.
Right.
She's passing information, which is
possible.
100% possible.
The question is, would she openly share information with us?
I mean, there's a lot you can...
Honestly, probably not.
There's something you can learn from just asking and watching someone's face.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
So I guess just based on that, I don't know how much we would want to share with them.
Yeah.
And this halberd.
Then maybe that they have a dangerous item in their town again.
Right. We know about the sham, the halberd. And then there's something else that another associate of this person has, something powerful.
Mm-hmm.
I agree, it's the objects I want to keep tabs on as much as Mr. B.
I'm curious about the objects, but I'm still, I think, almost a little bit more so about the individual carrying them.
Right, he's the source of them. Or at least
how he
this
came
distributor.
Across, right. Going to each tomb of them to collect, and how he knew where they were. It's all really suspicious.
Imagine.
Would I know if all these items were kept in like individual tombs from stories, history, anything like that? Such as the one I've been carrying, or like are they all in like kind of a similar situation, or
so they were all, so you would know all of these items were put into the same vault. That's why Mr. B has all of them.
Okay, so they're all at the same destination.
Yeah.
They came across the vault and collected all of them. Okay. I was under, like, for some reason I was thinking, like, each was placed by a different god for their own safety protection, and they wandered to, the 12 locations or however much.
Nope.
Okay.
Oh, I don't think we knew that.
Gnarl did say last episode
About the tomb.
about the vault.
Did you?
Yeah, the
that
vault.
Yes.
Southeast,
Yes.
insisted that we needed to leave because they had a dream about it.
Oh, because that was where they were told to go?
Yeah.
Sorry,
Keaton's aware of the vault.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
I'm reminding everybody because
Thank you.
conversation. I was like, this is everything Gnarl said already.
Well, yeah.
I genuinely
Keaton
thought we
already
didn't
knew
know this. Sorry.
Yeah, I was like,
okay.
Keaton already knew about the vaults. I remember, Gnarl mentioning that with their dream, but I wasn't sure about with each item having a separate vault, or if they were all kept in one place. And there's no way to tell how many items were kept in the vault, just from their personal knowledge?
No.
Okay.
I don't really know what to do next.
I don't either.
I guess let's see what Juno says when she comes out and see if we could take a look at that shaman.
Do you guys leave the room?
We should also talk to Tam when all of this is
Once
done.
we're out of here.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you guys
waiting for Juno, I guess.
Yeah, Keithan's just looking down the hall, seeing if the guards have changed or if anyone's exited.
So, something you notice, Keithan, as you peer out the hall to see if the guards have changed. Both guards are on the ground.
I got 24 for perception. I didn't see what the fuck happened. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I think something
Holy
happened. And
shit.
Keithan just like points. And
I bolt over there.
start going.
Yeah. You bolt over there, you immediately open the door, and Juno Gwent is in an empty room with a gag in her mouth, hogtied on the ground.
Fuck! Get over here! I yell at the group.
Yeah.
Can I check behind the door before I go in?
Can you what?
Like, check behind the door? I don't want to get ambushed by somebody.
Yeah, you can check behind the door. There's no one there.
Okay, I'll run in and untie the gag.
Where are they? Where'd they go?
What? I don't know. What the fuck? Who?
This guy, this monster of a fucking guy just came into the room, tied me up, and then left with the fucking assassin. Go!
I'm untying her.
No, what are you doing untying me? Just get the fuck out of here. Go get them.
Well, where did they go? Which direction, at least?
Out of the room. I don't know. There's only one door.
I stuffed it.
Follow the
Keithan
trail
will
of
walk out and
bodies.
start-
There are gonna be more bodies.
Yeah.
Follow the trail of bodies.
I stuffed the gag back in her mouth a second. Be polite.
I'm already taken off.
Yeah,
Okay,
Keithan
I'm
will
running
try to
after
go.
I'm dashing.
Okay, you are running and dashing
Running after Gnarl.
out of the room.
I just
And
say, be
I'm
polite.
following.
You guys are running down the hall, and you guys are seeing just like the fucking just unconscious bodies of guards fucking just littering the ground. Honestly, it's kind of terrifying. And it's not until you get to the following this, you get to a back area of the keep, a back room, and there you see this scrawny, bald man wearing black monk's robes. In his forehead is a golden-looking diamond just embedded into the middle of his forehead. Keithan, at the sight of this odd shape that is inside of that is in him, you feel just this cold chill of fear go down your back. And additionally, strung over his shoulder is Tam.
Oh, I'm lunging forward. Fuck this guy.
Yeah. Fuck, I turned into something.
Careful.
A fucking tiger.
With
I
that,
guess.
that is the end of what I have for the episode.
Fuck me.
I want to beat this guy's ass so bad.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I know. We're
what do
gonna
we
wait
got?
until
What do we
next
got?
episode to do that, though.
Yeah. Alright.
He
Figure out
took my son.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Your adopted son.
What the fuck did I need to roll? my
Maybe I'll tell you next time, but there is no way you'd know. There's no reason for you to know.
No, I know.
Next cocktail hour.
Yep.
We got a question for a DM.
Oh my
Can't
god.
do a cocktail hour because it's Christmas.
Yeah,
Nope.
no, I said
Yep.
for the next one, whatever the next one is, question for DM.
We'll do a cocktail hour in January.
Well, let
I'll
me
tell you
write that
that.
down. Let me
Yeah.
write that down. Question
For
DM.
DM. What was that
What?
freaking stealth check we had to beat?
Needed to roll
For that perception.
Oh my
Perception.
gosh.
Okay. So yeah, that was this episode of Ladies and Gentledice. I believe Teebs has stuff to say with their full mouth.
While they're doing that, I will. While they're doing that, I can remind everybody to follow us on Twitter at Gentledice. And if you missed any part of this episode, we're going to be showing it again on. I'm trying not to do an Irish accent. Showing it again On Wednesdays, we rerun our episodes on Twitch at 7 p.m. Pacific. And we also will upload everything to YouTube. So you can just head over to Ladies and Gentledice on YouTube and check out our previous episodes and this one as soon as it gets uploaded, which will be shortly. So maybe now you've managed to swallow your food.
I did.
You can all right. Yes. Good.
A+.
Teamwork.
We all want to wish you all a very happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Regardless of you're celebrating or not, we're wishing you guys the best. And one of the things that I would like to remind you is that this is a time where a lot of people are in of need. And if you have the means to, please look into nonprofit charities and organizations that could really use your help during these times. So, thank you.
Awesome. So, once again, we are Ladies and Gentledice. Happy holidays from all of us here. And we'll see you the Sunday after next. Okay? Bye-bye, guys.
Bye!